Appreciate y'all once again, man. This is Set with Set and Kimi, and we are back with another one for y'all. Today we're getting into Tim Walz because y'all think we're Trump supporters. Well, I'm sorry, but we're Trump
MAGA.
Hey, just because we vote for Trump don't mean we MAGA now. But
y'all be having us weak, man. But we gonna get right into it.
And let's hear the other side here, man, because we ain't hear Tim Walz speak too much, but
see what he got to say.
And let's start with something, small.
Light,
and then we're gonna get a little bit more heavy as we go on.
I talk about it being halftime in America. We're down, and I kind of like the idea of being a little bit behind.
Well, I'm looking at Coach Walz right now. I'm looking at Coach Walz.
I have white guy tacos and
What is
like
that?
black,
Like mayonnaise and tuna? What are you doing?
pretty much ground beef and cheese.
That's okay. Do you
Yeah.
put any flavor in it?
No.
Oh.
Here's the deal. No, they said to be careful and let her know this, that black pepper is the top of the spice level in Minnesota, you know.
I'm the first vice president, I believe, who has ever grown chili peppers.
I'm trying to expand my food knowledge.
You know, we've got some cantaloupes. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, I
I
called
was
you,
hoping maybe
Tim.
we wouldn't have to.
I called you, Tim.
Yes.
You didn't answer, Tim.
I know.
Hilarious.
I know.
What happened?
The most important call of my life. It popped up, and we didn't recognize the caller ID, and it went to voicemail.
Hi, this is Jim. I'm not able to answer
There you
your call
go.
this time. Responsible. Thank you.
Hey, Tim, it's Kamala. I really want to talk to you.
Oh my God,
It is an amazing privilege for me. Also,
Imagine that, you get the call
I'm
from
excited.
VP,
I just
and
want
it
to
goes
be
to
part of the
voicemail.
excitement that you're generating.
Well, we're
So
doing it together, buddy.
fine.
We're doing it together. How have these last couple of days been for you?
I can see where the energy comes. America is a hopeful country.
Indeed.
People are excited.
In every one of those groups of thousands, sometimes over 10,000 people, you've seen exactly who we are as America.
10,000.
People from rural areas,
Trump be
urban
having like 50
areas,
of
of
these.
every
Man.
stripe and size and background. This is who we are as America, and we're
Yeah.
all in it together.
Yeah.
And in this campaign, the only way we win is to keep the pedal to the metal for these next many, many days that we have. So, Tim,
Yeah.
what's your relationship to music?
Yeah. For me, the transformational piece of music was Bruce Springsteen's The River,
Okay.
which is a journey. You know all the tracks,
Yeah.
and I'm that guy. My first car, it's the summer 1980, been saving up. I buy a 1973 orange Chevy Camaro, got an 8-track player in it.
Oh, wow.
Previous owner left Bob Seger's Night Moves in there. I listened to it, and it's kind of the soundtrack of my life of Detroit's own Bob Seger. But what's really great about this is I have a 79 International as my car. It's got an 8-track player in it. I have the very 8-track to this day.
You're kidding
No,
me.
and no, but how about you?
I grew up, so all these albums here, Aretha, my mother had every Aretha album,
Hindu
and
mother?
like our Christmas
I can see
gift to
Tim
my
Walz
mother,
driving
her
Walz,
birthday gift was always like, what's the latest Aretha Franklin record?
So it's on vinyl in your house.
If you look at Kamala's mother, let's keep it real, guys. Can you really honestly see her listening to black music? If you really look at her mom,
Says about
All of it. All that and Stevie. And then Miles, and my dad loved jazz, and so it was Miles, it was Coltrane,
Listening to those
one of my
Hindu
personal
tunes, that Bollywood
favorite
music,
musicians
man.
for when I was younger was Prince. And of course from your
Tupac
your
and
estate.
Ace.
And he, in fact, I'll tell you, so my husband Doug and I'm more of a hip hop girl.
Yeah.
He's more of Depeche Mode.
Oh, yeah. About the same
but
time.
I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah,
you
no,
and
no,
he
of
like the same
course.
music.
Of course.
But Prince,
Depeche Mode's crazy,
in
but
the Venn
okay.
diagram of things, Prince, he and I love the same because, talk about how Prince was with that guitar, man. I almost know by heart every one of those songs.
I feel like a trip to Paisley Park is going to happen here if the staff
It's
is
on my bucket list, I'll tell you that. Tell me about your dad and his influence on you.
Yeah.
He served our country. You have served for our country for so many years.
Yeah. I was 19. My little brother, I think, was 8
J.D.
or
Vance
9.
did call him a
when
coward
he
up
passed.
for
He was
this.
a chain smoker. Just addicted. They got it. But Korean War era. And
Yeah.
that generation of men, pretty stoic. After he died, my mom was a stay-at-home mom. She became our rock. And now she had to go out and get work because the medical bills broke her. And Social Security. and Social
Yeah.
Security survivor benefits. We're fine pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps. We had no boots. That's
This what kills me, that he came from a broke past, and then what did he do? He come into governor and he owns nothing. Like, bro has no investments or anything. So you came from a broke past. You're broke now?
You own nothing and like it.
the boots.
He got to
And
be the
it's
model
survival,
of
literally.
that
It is
idea.
survival. We all paid it back. So
Well, he's the model of a
programs that are
communist
just
lifestyle.
fundamental to keeping people from dropping
Everything
into
to the
poverty, but to
government.
live with dignity. You keep talking about that.
We got to help people get
The
through a
egalitarian.
hard time. We can't have a country and policies that let people fall through the cracks.
Yeah.
That sounds like
I
submission to
love
autocracy.
what you have
if
done with
anything.
your life. You were coaching a high school football team
Yep.
that was winless.
Yes.
And you came in, and so they were clearly the underdogs.
And
What happened?
Yeah, it's a team, and I had great coaches with me, and we were friends, and we buckled down. And look, I was a fairly big school, but
It's
nobody
crazy.
wanted
You
to
think
play
he's the
because they hadn't
presidential,
won.
like,
And this group of
or the
coaches
presidential
said, first
candidate,
and
and she's
foremost,
the
we
VP
got to
still.
build the team. We got to go out and find people. So we invited them in, and I'll be
Why are
honest.
you
The
looking up
first
to the
year,
VP,
we
Kamal?
did not score a touchdown until the last game of the
You can tell
year.
they needed
We
him.
got shut out in every game. My high score until the final game was my defensive tackle because we got a safety in one game. 2 years later, those kids won a state championship. That school has won several more since then. After we
Right.
left, you build culture, you build
That's
winning.
right.
People want to be a part of it, and
Yeah.
that's the
I give it
excitement.
to Tim Walz,
That's the
though. He
excitement
definitely
of
does
what
know
it
how
can
to
be.
get people
That's how I
to
feel
buy
about our
in.
campaign. Our campaign is the
Does
underdog
have that
campaign.
coaching
yeah.
spirit.
And with our joy,
Championships
we also
underneath.
have to understand
What do
that
they
we're
say,
still
type of
up
guy
against
that you
some
want to run through a
forces
brick
Yes.
wall for.
that are trying to divide our country. It pains me the kind of division and the stoking of divisions that has taken place,
Yes.
right? And when we can remind people and create a space for everyone to come where they see each other
That's
and
the
say,
magic.
hey,
They're
we're all
getting-
in this together.
It almost feels like everybody's coming out of their house after a blizzard and, a Minnesota reference, and you shovel out, and then you start talking to your neighbors.
Yeah.
How was it the last couple days or whatever it might be? They're re-energizing, and they're looking for their neighbors. We keep saying,
That's
keep talking
right.
about the
Yeah.
promise of America, and we say, take care of your neighbor.
In the face of a stranger, when you're looking in the face of a stranger, you should see a neighbor, right?
Yeah. I'm about crying on this when you talk about, look, a girl from Oakland, California,
And don't
a
worry,
guy-
man. We got more of Tim Walz speeches coming up, man. We just want to get a good understanding of who this man is. We don't want to let the media say it to us. So let's go ahead and listen to him and let's see for ourselves. And make sure to like and subscribe if you're feeling the content. Double tap the screen, man. We got over 100 y'all in here. Let's get us to 50 likes, please.
guy from out in Nebraska
Right.
on there. And the number of people I watch just kind of nod and break into a smile. This exploiting the differences, it can't last. I talk about it being halftime in America. We're a touchdown down because a lot of folks, it's easier to tear things down. It's
Yeah.
easier to divide than it is to build. But once you start that momentum, once we come out and where we're at right now,
Yeah.
people want to be part of something that's winning. They want to be part of something that's good, and they want to be part of something that everybody can be a part of. And I kind of like the idea of being a little bit behind.
Well, I'm looking at Coach Walz right now. I'm looking at Coach Walz.
Nah,
Did
Coach
you
Walz
always
should be
know-
looking at you?
I was about to
wanted to
say, it
be-
sounds like you're looking up to Coach Walz right now.
Yeah, that's a problem. If you're supposed to be the leader of the free world,
Yeah, the direction that the Kamala Harris campaign was headed in before the Tim Walz edition, like I said, I think they needed him. They needed that life, that energy, that experience. I mean, and I think Kamala has more political experience than Walz, but it's just like the life experience like Walz kind of brings, like that perspective. Like, I don't know, he's just like I said, he's just a guy you can kind of get behind. Kamala, not so much.
An attorney.
My parents met when they
Man.
were active in the civil rights movement. Now, I grew up around a bunch of people that were, marching and shouting for
needed a white
justice.
guy.
And
needed.
some of the heroes of
man,
that
it's
movement
sad, but
were
damn.
the lawyers,
DEI
Thurgood
in
Marshall,
reverse.
right?
Man.
They understood how to translate the passion from the streets to the courtrooms of our country. And they believed in the Constitution of the United States and the principles upon which it was founded. And that's where they then, in the courts of America,
Communist
reminded
approved
us
classes.
of the promise, right? And the ideals of
Like
our
imagine
country.
you go to China, and
including
China-
equality,
and
freedom,
the Chinese
right?
curriculum says, yeah,
That's why I
okay.
went to law
Keep that.
school. But the other reason is when I was in high school,
This interview did get me
my
upset, though.
best
In
friend
fact,
I
these
learned was
interviewed
being
each
molested
other.
by her stepfather.
Nobody else. There's
And
probably reporters
when I
begging to get in there. They said, nope.
Realized what was happening. I told her, you have to come live with us. I called my mom. I have to tell you, Tim, it was the first time that I realized how not everyone can take their safety for granted.
Yeah.
And what we should all feel is a sense of responsibility
Hell
to
yeah.
protect people from harm.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided I want to be a prosecutor.
Wow.
And as a prosecutor, I prosecuted homicide cases. I prosecuted a number of different types of cases, but I specialized in child sexual assault cases. And one of the things I did was create a whole unit dedicated to focusing on children who are being.
Yo, if you want to engage with the chat, man, make sure to go ahead and send in $1+ super chat. Any comments and questions you want read out loud. If you want to do a poll, that's also $1 and up. If you can't do that, man, just like the video, and we appreciate you still.
And like the video, not because you support Kamala and Walz, but to push the video in the algorithm. Let's get some people from both sides in here. Let's continue the discussion, man. Appreciate the support.
And to ensure that they have dignity in the process and justice. There's so much work that we still have to do to make sure that children have a voice.
For me, that's kind of with me. Get in as a teacher.
Yeah.
It's about the kids and wherever you teach.
Right.
Once I had my own children, it became so clear to me, and I think it made me a really good teacher.
Yeah.
That child who came through the door was somebody's most special thing in their life.
Absolutely.
Thinking of a parent dressing their little one up and sending them off to school so proud of them, I wanted to come through that door and just lift them up, that sense of service.
And
It's
it's great to be
interesting,
in
two different
Detroit.
parts of the country, two different lived experiences, but all coming to that same goal of everybody
Yeah.
getting a fair shot.
Well, I have to tell you, Tim, even though you and I grew up in different parts of the country, you remind me of the people I grew up with. Hardworking folks, plain speaking,
Yeah.
people who know the difference between right and wrong,
Plain speaking.
and
but you're supposed
care,
to be black.
love
What
thy
you mean? You're supposed to
neighbor
hear
in
hella
the
country,
most
hella twain.
authentic and true way.
Yeah.
Those are the folks I grew up with. And
I mean,
I
maybe
know
she
that's
just
who
means
you
as
are.
it is, like very
And,
matter of fact.
and I'm so glad we're doing this together.
proud to be with you.
Like, I don't know. Not all jazzed up.
No accent.
No big
nothing.
words. I don't know. I that could be a lot of things. I don't know what she meant by that exactly, but I do find it funny. Like I think we even said it, like how she just kind of looks towards him. It seems like he was more of the dominant one in that interview. The more of a leader than that. And it came across as more of a leader in that interview.
And you know one thing I like though? I was right for this, bro. For the debate that Kamala Harris is going to do against Trump.
Oh yeah, tell him, Seth. Tell him.
Yeah, I told y'all that one, they're gonna go ahead and involve Tim Walz in some way because they know Kamala cannot stand on her own. Well, guess what? It's the first time that we got a president and vice president debate, a 2v2 debate. This is the first time because why Kamala needs her hand held, apparently, or supposedly. You make a move like this, it's a bit weird. But let's have Kamala and CNN speak for themselves. Let's go.
Crazy.
Give ourselves.
Yeah, I do. People are going to bring that up. Look, I have confidence in Dana and CNN to do this. I think it's incredibly weak sauce to show
Weak
up with your running
sauce.
mate. The fact that they don't have enough confidence in her to let her sit herself,
sauce
the
is
actual top of the ticket, and do a single interview. In fact, I think the hand wringing and the gyrations over this over the last month show a troubling lack of confidence in her political ability, which also makes you wonder as a voter, well, what kind of president would you be if this kind of a small time decision, can we do an interview or not, what does that look like for your decision-making process, so on? So I think
this is the tip of the iceberg when it comes to being the president of the United States, having to face tough questions, having to be in those difficult, hostile environments where reporters are jostling to ask you crazy ass questions about what's going on. And you telling me before we even supposed to vote her in, she's already having Tampon Tim hold her hand?
Yeah, pretty much hold her down through the entire election, man. And shout out, man. We got 500 of y'all in here, man. Make sure to double tap the screen and let's get us to 50 likes. Appreciate y'all. If you want to engage with the chat, $1 and up. Now, bro, my opinion on this is, once again, it's not even my opinion. I just knew this was going to happen. As soon as
You did call it.
Yeah, as soon as he started avoiding all these, interviews, he didn't want to hop on Fox News and get roasted. She always avoids the hot seat. So I'm like, you know what? I know Walz is going to get into the hot seat, and he'll be able to better, explain himself in the hot seat.
Right.
So you might as well go ahead and put him up. Now, I thought they was going to do a full switch out, but to have him there, next best thing.
Bro, and you know what? It almost confirms what I said too, because I said she's not going to get up in any public forum. She's not going to do a press or an interview before the debate.
Man.
And now it's crazy because even come debate night, we ain't even really going to hear from solely Kamala. It's going to be Kamala and Walz. When are we ever gonna just hear Kamala by herself?
Bruh, I already know how this is.
That's
about to
actually
be.
crazy.
It's about to be. Hold on. I'll explain for Kamala. Don't worry. Actually, Kamala, just shush and shake your head. I got you.
Oh my God, bro. Oh man, it's like a daddy and his little girl.
Man,
Republicans are going to think it's pretty weak to show with effectively someone to take up half the time.
Bro, at least Biden has seen
her
her.
first interview since becoming the Democrat presidential nominee. The first.
But hold on, it really shows the confidence or the lack of confidence they have in Kamala, because even Biden, as senile as he was, they let that old man go out by himself.
So the fact that they ain't letting her go out,
Oh man,
it's like, dog.
what do y'all think of her?
Yeah, is she like better or worse than Biden at
That's
this point?
scary. That's a scary thought. So what'd you say? Vice President Kamala has agreed to do her first interview since becoming the Democratic presidential nominee. What we got? Accompanied by Vice President nominee Walz, she'll be interviewed by CNN reporter Dana Bash. Why do I just feel like Dana Bash is just such a nice reporter? Doesn't ask any hard-hitting questions. Is gonna really just get up there and try and befriend Kamala.
Kamala been getting the sweetheart treatment with the media.
Man.
I never seen a candidate get the sweetheart treatment so smooth. Like
CNN posted on X Tuesday announcing the VP Minnesota governor will be interviewed Thursday.
together. And CNN excludes the first interview, Harrison Walz with Dana Bash.
Tomorrow at 9. Best believe we'll be covering that.
Probably have to look at some interviews from Dana Bash to see if he's
Fair?
yeah.
Moderate?
I guarantee you probably interviewed Trump and gave him a hard time.
Wow.
Of course, the DEI candidate can't do an interview by herself because she's a complete disaster and a coward.
And that is a bad look. I don't care how you spin it. It's just like,
it's a
okay,
bad look.
Why is she not doing it by herself? When will she do one by herself? Justify it however you might. When will she do an interview or a debate by herself? If not the first one, if not the second one, when are we going to hear Kamala solely speak her own opinion, her own policy?
I'm gonna be real
Speak
with
her
you.
own mind.
I don't even want to. Okay, that would be nice, but would be even nicer is to see her get challenged. Okay, some white lady. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
all
pretty
right.
much.
But I would like to see Kamala get challenged, though. Like, more than anything. Yeah, a one-on-one interview would be nice, but I need to see this lady get challenged. I need to see her policies get challenged.
Oh.
What? One of them boys? Oh!
It's always them.
It's them
Oh
boys that
my
be tripping.
God.
Somehow, some way, bro. I don't believe the polls. Who are these polls? Why haven't these
Seth,
polls?
I didn't believe him until I looked them up either. It's multiple polls. It's multiple. I'm just like,
So you can't engineer these? You tell me you just can't engineer them to say whatever you want to say? Like,
I mean,
why,
allegedly.
like, why am I not getting an email or something sent in the mail? 6 different poll organizations telling me, yo, what you think?
Yeah, that is true. I think they should be doing it like that, but I think you have to sign up for them. I think they only go out or I think you have to come to them rather than them to come to you.
Man, screw all that. They should make a public app for it.
Low key.
And then everybody sending their votes and we post that.
Yeah, I would agree. Shit, social media. Everybody logs into social media. Why aren't these social media companies polling folks?
Bro.
So we can get some real data. All the other data they collect from us.
The media. But clearly, there is a problem that is now starting to develop for Kamala Harris, and much of the media doesn't want to talk about it. Well, I'm about to. You see, Kamala Harris is a fake. You know that because of what she allegedly stands for. Literally, there is a story tonight in the United States of the lady who...
This is Sky News, okay?
Yeah, in
Bro,
Australia.
In Australia, like, yeah, so we're not even giving you the American perspective. We're letting you know what Australia, shout out to our Australian flag in the back.
Oh, God.
Letting them know, letting them tell you what they think about her. This is what the world thinks about Kamala. Or, well, to be fair, Australia.
It's easy to see, man.
previously had called the border wall reprehensible,
best,
unconstitutional, now claims she's going to build the wall.
Getting walked
And we
through.
got 634 y'all in here, man. Make sure to like the video. We appreciate y'all support, man.
Double tap that screen, man. 3 buttons in the upper right hand corner, man. It's free. Show some support, man.
And if you want to go ahead and send in a question or a comment, you want to get it out to the chat, man, it's $1 plus. We appreciate y'all support.
Yes, sir.
Seriously? If you're stupid
W
enough
chat.
to fall for this,
W
well, good
chat.
luck to you. I've got a bridge to sell you. For everyone else, they see this for the fakery that it is. 4 years ago, Donald Trump, worst thing of all time, kids in cages, all of this business. 4 years later, you want to pretend you're going to do all the same things? Please. We all know that she's never going to do any of that stuff whatsoever. Little cosmetic here and there, but what garbage. But we also know she's terrible when she doesn't have a script. Damn. In fact, the script she is so loyal to that she uses the same words every time, no matter where she is.
It really is good to be back in Wisconsin. It is so good to be back in Michigan. Listen, let me tell you, I am clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state. And listen, I am clear. The path to the White House
That's
runs
crazy.
right through this state.
It's crazy. You would think they're doing this, they're clipping her up to make her look bad. No, that's really just all she says. Unburdened by what has been.
And like, bro, like I said, all her speeches are written, and she goes off the
Sounds like a
teleprompter.
parrot. She sounds like a parrot. Because, bro, like, if you really look at the footage that we have of her, every time she speaks, she almost repeats at least part of what she said before in a previous speech or interview.
I guarantee when they do this interview, bro, watch her hair hang extra hard over her ear. Watch that thing hang extra hard over her ear to hide that earpiece. They're going to be hitting her with them commands. Because Walz, he don't need an earpiece, but Kamala, she gonna need one.
That's tough.
Tim has an incredible record as governor of the great state of Minnesota.
So I'm curious to see the ratio of how much Walz speaks compared to how much Kamala speaks.
Man.
I bet it's dominating Walz
as
corner.
governor of the great state of Minnesota. And to his former
If they're
high
smart,
school football players, he was coach. And to his former high school football players, he was coach. I took on perpetrators.
Bro, bar for bar, it's almost like she copied and pasted her whole speech and just resauced it for the next rally.
Man.
Like, nobody caught on.
Of all kinds.
We got over 700 of y'all in here right now. We appreciate the support, man. But do us a favor, man. Go ahead, if you in here, man, double tap that screen. Got the 3 buttons in the upper right-hand corner as well, man. It's free, man. Show some support to the channel. Like the video. Helps us get pushed in the algorithm. We having a fire discussion so far in the chat. Let's keep it going, man. Let's get more people in.
Let's get us to 50 likes.
Yes, sir. S.E.T. Key Media.
I took on perpetrators of all kinds and had a summer job at McDonald's. I had a summer job at McDonald's.
Blah, 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 blah.
That's sad.
But another perfect example about how the media, who are desperate to cover everything, I mean, they are literally cheering on a person who doesn't want to talk to them. That's how out of their mind these people are. That's how in the tank they are. Because you see, Kamala Harris has this little trick. When she flies around in the plane, she won't give interviews to any of the reporters, but she goes back and apparently sits with the reporters. So they all feel like they're on the inside of a journey. They're all going to be able to write a book after she becomes president. But they won't do anything to prevent her being president by, asking her a question. Well, today, the media, of course, played along with the Democrats' game that it's all Donald Trump's fault that apparently the set-in-stone deals and rules in and around a presidential debate, well, she can renegotiate them, he can't.
Tonight, the status of the presidential debate is up in the air with the two campaigns at odds over.
And for those of you who are wondering, like, so why are we listening to Australia? Because we got to be fair. We want to know what the world thinks about us. Because the world thinks we're weak because of Joe Biden. Bro, they're about to think we're stupid over Kamala Harris at this point. So I want to show y'all what the world thinks about it. This is why we're showing it.
Whether the candidates' microphones should be muted when the other isn't speaking.
Australia is the most leftist, one of the most
they really
craziest
are.
leftist countries
They really
ever.
are. So you would think
liberal as hell.
You would think they would support Kamala.
If they ain't supporting Kamala, man, that's crazy. Like, you know it's bad out if they not supporting Kamala.
Campaign wants, and that's for microphones to stay on during the debate.
They want the mics to remain open, in part because some believe that it would highlight Trump's habit of interrupting.
This is garbage. This is garbage. The actual thing Kamala Harris's
cutting the mics
people
after it's your
want
time to talk.
is for her to be able to take notes with her, to have cheat sheets, to have lines written down, to have facts and
CNN,
figures.
bro, let's be real. Do you think they're going to send her send her the questions already? Because a lot of people were saying that. They're saying, they're going to send her the questions so she can study up and be ready and all that, so she don't look like a dumbass out there and all that good stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She need her handheld by a white man, to be exact. Like, y'all black women should be offended, low key.
That's a little bit sad.
Figures that she can't remember.
Even the women in general should be offended.
So she can look them up during the debate. Here's what the Trump campaign said about that exact thing. Enough with the games. We accepted the ABC debate under the exact same rules as the CNN debate. The Harris camp, after already agreeing to the CNN rules, asked for a seated debate with notes.
With notes? An opening statement.
Hold on a sec. I'll just see some comments in the chat, and I'm just like, this is the world stage we play on. Like, we of course we care about what our peers think. Like, why wouldn't we care about what the rest of the world leaders and the rest of the world population sees and thinks of us? Like, if they can peep our bullshit, why wouldn't that be relevant?
No. Here's the hypocrisy. Y'all care about us being in the what was it? It's called. Y'all care about us being in NATO, but you don't care about what our NATO people think about us. Really? Oh, you were so mad when Trump was about to pull out of NATO because it wasn't paying nothing. But now you care about what these countries think. Oh, I'm sorry. Now you don't care about what these countries think about us. Like, dog, we are playing on the world stage.
Exactly.
Like, if you can understand that, then you live in a bubble.
She
About to get
can't
popped.
speak off the
Come
top of her
November.
head with any
Y'all
confidence.
vote Kamala in.
So they want you to believe it's completely
Every country
okay
respects
for
us,
her
but they didn't want to pay nothing.
to sit
Right.
there with cheat
Stop
sheets,
it.
notes,
That's
and
hilarious.
continue to be the empty
why Trump wanted
pantsuit.
a pool.
Not Obama in a pantsuit, because he could talk
Y'all was calling
until
him
we all
crazy.
fell asleep. But she is the empty pantsuit who wants briefing notes. And by the way, if you think I'm making it up, this is what she's like if she doesn't have a script.
We've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called
Now,
Ukraine. So
they clipped that.
what?
They did clip that up to make her look bad because they
Yeah.
kind of asked her to give the simplified version of what's going on. So that's why she said it like that.
Overly simplified, though.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, it's
Like, bro,
still not a
if-
good look.
Yeah, if you wanted me to simplify that for you, I'm like, okay, yeah. So what's going on? Okay, so Russia's a country in Europe, and Russia and Ukraine is. Well, I'm sorry. So Ukraine's a country in Europe, and Russia wants it because, well, they ain't trying to give up their oil or the gas line through there, and we promised them that we weren't going to go past NATO.
Right.
And because we did, we now in this conflict with Ukraine and Russia, and that's how I explain it.
Yeah, I guess Kamala said for dummies.
basically,
Man, for the
that's wrong.
ill-informed.
Now, of course,
It's like, that's
the debate about the
simplifying
debate.
it a little
Lovely
too
distractions
much.
from her actual policy or lack of policy or flip-flop policy or
And we got 774 y'all in here, man. Make sure to like the video, man. Let's get us to 80 likes. We appreciate the support. And send in a super chat if you want to send in a comment or question for us, or a comment to be read out loud to the, to the entire chat. And $1 plus also for him to make a poll.
outright lies. The other one is the story of when she will or won't sit down and
Oh,
do
he
an
didn't wanna
interview.
follow the rules
The
of
media
what
have
it took to
completely
join
accepted,
NATO.
before the end of the month. Well, guess
We
what?
told him no.
Yeah, I was
Time
gonna
is
say that.
ticking.
We told Putin no.
So we learned via
They
NBC
offered, but he
News that
didn't
there
want
is
to.
a plan
Putin's
for
such
her
a
to have
dictator.
a
He didn't want to.
And here's the problem. This is
follow
how
the rules.
ill-informed people could be. Putin has a whole interview with Tucker Carlson explaining. Go listen to him. Why are we not listening to the man who's engaged in this conflict instead of a whole bunch of people who are just reporting on it, who's being fed all types of stuff? Putin literally said he tried to join NATO. We told him no. And then, all right, cool. I can't join NATO. Well, cool. Don't go past Poland. What we do? Go past Poland, and when we try to pull Ukraine over to NATO.
Mm-hmm.
We were
Inciting
in the
this
wrong.
whole conflict, really.
We were in the wrong.
interview.
Major
But how's
catalyst
the-
to what's going on, man.
Her running
NATO
mate, Tim
expanding
Walz,
their
will be
borders.
sitting beside her. So as soon as she starts to go off to the word salad, he turns around and says, "Have a look at this steak, baby," and saves her from herself.
Man.
This is not
Save her
real life. There is no teleprompter in the Oval Office. I've been there. There is no script in the Situation Room. There is no preordained, as Megyn Kelly says, emotional support governor who can help you through the process. Now, we just went through 4 days where she's the second coming and the greatest and the smartest and the most amazing. So how come she can't do an interview by herself? Why can't she answer questions by herself? Why can't she debate without notes? Because all of that is bullshit.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
By
This is
herself,
marketing.
without
This is a
notes, without
brand.
an earpiece, without a teleprompter, without a scripted speech already written for her, or the resourcing the last one she did. Like, we ain't seen that.
Yeah,
we have not seen
and
that.
the only thing all these Kamala supporters could do is, oh, well, what about Trump? What about Trump? I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Trump is out here giving long ass speeches. What has Kamala done? Y'all keep saying, what about Trump? I'm like, dog, we don't even have enough on Kamala to even compare it. We just giving it to Trump because he's at least out here.
Facts. He's giving us more to critique. Kamala hasn't even been out here enough for us to say, okay, well, we don't like this, we don't like that. We can't even say what we like. She hasn't said anything. No policy been stated. And if I'm a grifter for saying that, then I'll be one.
And it might be winning, but in the end, will people really choose a fake like her?
Y'all kill me.
Man. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you. It's like they just give her the easy treatment. And then it's crazy how women don't see that as offensive. But I'm gonna be real with you. Women kind of take the spoils of anything. It's like, bro, she's riding it out. She's riding it out.
Wow.
Hey,
my boy Vlad Steen came back in.
Shout out Vlad Steen, man. He came in with
the
emojis. He came in with the fish, the 4 omelets.
Showing some support. I don't read emoji. What's that say, Seth?
Man, shoot.
What do you think that means? Fish for...
Man, I'm trying to remember too. Dang it, Vlad. Anybody just spell that out for us. He got the Frankenstein emoji in there with the laughing emoji.
Fish for something. I can't tell what that last emoji is.
Man, I ain't call it like Frankenstein to me.
Baby, let's see.
Oh, fishing for trolls. Got you. Hey, shout out.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hey, appreciate you. You a real one. You a real one. Shout out Vlad Steen.
Wow.
Okay.
One more time for Tilly. Thank you.
All right, Walz speech. Here we go, everybody.
Well,
Las
hello,
Vegas.
Las Vegas. Now, I know some of you spent the week Googling Minnesota a little bit and to figure out who these Minnesotans were.
Well,
here's the one thing I can tell you about
it. Let me be real with you. I knew about Minnesota from the riots and the whole George Floyd situation, to be honest. And the fact that you let your city burn to the ground and then praise it on Twitter. And then the mayor of Minneapolis was pretty much saying, like, yo, I'm getting no help from my governor, G.
And what did Tim Walz end up saying? That they were a beautiful display of American rights and democracy?
Crazy
as hell as he watched his city get burnt to the ground. Or his state get burnt to the ground.
And we got 572 of y'all in here, man. Make sure to double tap the screen, 3 dots in the corner, like the video. Let's get us to 80 likes, man. We appreciate y'all.
We spend about half our lives talking about the weather. It's what we do. So I want to say thank you to all of the people since I've been here.
We got a $10 super chat in from Big Wave Dave 82, man. Shoot, can they stop talking about Project 2025 and the abortion talking points? Both false garbage. They keep pushing the nonsense, and the sheepy believe it. And
sheeple,
the sheeple though.
Yeah,
bro, you're hilarious for that one. The sheeple.
Yeah, he's not lying. These are probably the most known talking points, the most divisive talking points. So that's why they keep purporting them and repeating them, is because they know they're gonna trigger people. Every time they say it, people be like, "Oh, babies! Oh! He wants to stop abortion." So the woman who was, well, I'm sorry, but touched on by her dad, who they're gonna force her to give her kids. No, bro. Nobody believes that. And Project 25 is mainly nonsense. Like most prominent Republicans have disavowed it. Trump completely has, and Vance as well. So you guys have nothing to worry about with that.
Yeah.
Only the most far right politicians are
look,
even on that.
And here's the thing: this is how easy it is to make up something like Project 2025. All I gotta do is make my own Project 2025, write up chat GPT the motherfucker and just say, give me 900 pages of the most far leftist agenda you could pull off, chat GPT. And go ahead and include Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders. Let's include all the prominent Democrats in there and give it to me. And then all I gotta do is release it or sell it to a paper, or to a news agency. That's all I gotta do for Project 2025 to start my own if I wanna go against the liberals. That's why it's so hard for me to believe, because all they gotta do is disavow it, and you should believe them. But
like, who came up with it? Who wrote this manifesto? It almost seems like leftist propaganda.
And put all names on it. It's like, bro, It's damn near inflammatory.
Like what Republican would be dumb enough to attach their name to that? That's why you haven't seen anybody. What is the Heritage Foundation, the Heritage Committee? Like, it's just a committee of folks. Nobody's been dumb enough to attach their name to it solo, because I swear it's low-key just propaganda.
Yeah, it's extreme. It's extreme far right. So if I had a document that was extreme far left and I just start putting all the Democrats' name on there, would y'all believe that?
Like, it's just an ideal that nobody's really adapted to. No politician has came and co-signed that and said, yeah, if I get in, this is what I'm going to do. Like, come on now.
Man, I think I triggered the lefties in the chat. Oh, man, Big Wave Dave, you definitely did.
Double back for another super chat.
Man, appreciate you, big dog.
Appreciate that support, Big Wave Dave.
And yes, you did. And yes, you did.
Oh, bro, that's all that's been going on, man. But we love to see it, man. Left or right, Biden, Kamala, or Trump and Walz. It doesn't matter, man.
Now, yeah, you can read names, but if their signature isn't on it, let's be real. Like,
right.
If somebody put your name in a court document, doesn't mean you did it. Doesn't mean you're automatically guilty.
And then when you come out in public and disavow it and say, I don't stand by that, why is it still like you're being held to it? Like y'all kind of doing with Trump. He's already came out and said, nah, I ain't for that. And y'all still like, oh, Project 2024.
Like, bro, I'd be fair with Kamala if some crazy stuff came out about Kamala, some crazy, like, policy. And she said, nah, I don't want that. I'd be, okay, cool.
All right, she said she didn't want it.
All right.
To remind me that it's a dry heat outside.
And it's all cool, man. We support people from both sides in here. That's what we here for, is to facilitate a conversation, debate, and host some healthy discourse, man. So it don't matter what side you on. Feel free to share your opinion. If you got one strong enough that you want read aloud, man, super chat in $1 or more. We got you. Comment, joke, witty retort. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because I'm going to be real with you, man. Shoot, all my Trump supporters, bro, we've went against Trump, and they still support it, bro. Y'all Kamala, we for Kamala or against Kamala, y'all still not supporting and talking ish at the same time. So it kind of just seems like there's a certain character trait that goes with these Kamala Harris supporters. Yeah.
So's your damn oven, but you know that's. I'm melting like a snowman outside, but look. This is incredible, and I want to say a thank you to a few folks I had the privilege of working with when I served in Congress. You have two of the best senators you could ever hope for. Senator Cortez Masto and Senator Rosen, just as a side note, there's lots of commonalities here. It may not be the weather. We walk on water half the year. It's so damn cold, but that's what we are. But we have something in common. Both Minnesota and Nevada have two women senators, and that's a pretty good thing. Huge thank you to Congressman Horsford, Congresswoman Lee, and a longtime friend I served with, Congresswoman Titus. Grateful. The special thank you is for what I'm looking at right here. To every one of you who took time out of your busy lives. You didn't need to be here. There's many things you could have been doing. You chose. You braved 108-degree heat. I can't even believe I'm saying that, just to be here. And I have to tell you, I understand.
No.
Heat,
some of y'all that's answering this poll, be honest, because I know some of y'all lying. I know some of y'all ain't pro free speech if it don't fit y'all narrative.
Ooh.
Because y'all be trying to silence the fuck out of motherfuckers.
Man, trust me, if you talk anything that I guess is what? Pro-Trump? Boy, you gonna think I should get censored if I go anti a certain state. You know, and get hit with that anti-Semitic.
Anything that don't align with y'all ideals, y'all ready to cancel and silence somebody. So y'all talking about pro-free speech, you should be able to say what you want to say. I truly believe that to the T. That's why I say Kamala supporters, Trump supporters, y'all, this is a safe space. Talk your ish. But some of y'all don't like hearing from the other side.
They had to shut the door early and turn thousands of folks away. But don't worry, we're going to be back a lot.
I bet.
All the things, you got babysitters, you had to do everything. But you came here for something bigger than yourselves for one simple, eloquent, and beautiful reason. You love this country.
Like I said, man, I don't care what
I'm
side
so
you on. You got to let a
incredibly proud
USA
to be on
chance.
this ticket, and I want to give a big shout out with the support of a special group tonight, Culinary Workers Union 226. We're here for that love and the end of this road. Remember, 87 days. Rarely in your life do you get an opportunity in 87 days to change the trajectory of not just today or tomorrow, but for generations around the world. And I keep saying this, we can do anything for 87 days, and my mantra is, we'll sleep when we're dead. We'll sleep when we're dead.
Actually, you know what's funny?
Because when you wake up on that 88th day, you're going to get to
Shout
say,
out Big Wave Dave, man. Chiming back in for another $2 super chat. My man said, you want 4 mirrors of this sheeple? Have at it.
Man, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, bro, earned himself a poll for that one.
Yeah. 4 more years of Kamala and what she's done? Or change. Get somebody new in there. Good question. Yeah.
You want 4 more years of the Biden administration?
Because that's exactly what Kamala is, Biden 2.0. I hope you don't think if she can't get out here and speak her mind in an interview or a presser that she was able to sit down and write down policy. She's just going off of what Joe had. That's why she added Tim Walz, because she can't really do too much policy or thought by herself. I mean, I know it sounds bad, damn near sexist, but bro, she showed that. She showed that. I damn near don't even know how she's in position. No Diddy. I damn near don't even know if she's in position right now to be running for president. Like, we go off track record alone, she should be disqualified.
Bro, DA, her whole DA record is like,
it's trash,
man.
VP, trash.
welcome, Madam President Harris.
Madam President. And Margaret Thatcher, nigga.
This is a leader that wakes up every day to try and do things for the American people. She took on the predators, the fraudsters, the transnational gangs, stood up against the greed of corporate interests, stood with working people in organized labor,
She stood. I thought she was taking knees.
and never failed to reach across the aisle if it meant improving people's lives. I was taught a little something about that commitment too. I was born in a small town in Nebraska where community was a way of life. There's some Nebraskans in the house. Yay, corners. You think I'm kidding? 400 people, 25 kids in my class, 12 were cousins. That's small town. That's small town. But you know what? My parents and my community taught me generosity towards my neighbor and to work for the common good. My dad was a chain-smoking Korean War era veteran who 2 days after my 17th birthday took me down to sign up to join the National Guard. I was proud for the next 24 years to wear the uniform of this country. Thank you to every single one of you who wore that uniform. And I have to tell you, like my dad.
All right, we got a $5 super chat from Vlad Steen. Man, I wonder if Bill Clinton's stain Kamala's blue dress as well. Well,
yo, that's a wild.
I heard she was getting down and dirty for, I guess, some high official in California. You know, for the DA position, she was low-key a mentor for, one of these guys. I'm trying to remember who it was, though. Somebody in the chat probably know. But yes, I wonder if Bill Clinton stained Kamala's blue dress as well.
Kamala does have a racy past when it comes to, what she's done to get in position.
Bro, even Judge Joe Brown said she kind of effed her way to the top. And Willie Brown, yes, that's who it was. Yes, mentored to Willie Brown, and Willie Brown was low-key, D'ing it down.
Oh yeah. Was that when he was married and she was his mistress?
Yep.
Kamala Harris,
no kids, married at 49.
future president of the United States. We'll see.
All right, man,
And
we got
shout
another
out
one.
Blue Shirt Handyman, man. I love it when y'all super chat in, man. It's engaging. Ask to the show. What do you got to say, man? Awesome channel. Do you fellas think Trump will retaliate after all the deep state that try to lock him up? Ooh.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Say, go ahead.
I feel like he got to play nice. Like a
we've
lot
had
of
this
people,
conversation a
yeah,
lot.
a lot of people do not like the fact that Donald Trump has certain people around him that align with Israel a little too heavily. So in my eyes, he has to play nice with these people in order to clean the swamp. If anything, he got to get as much people in there to get him to the office just to turn around and be like, all right, yeah, so you gotta go. Because, bro, to clean out the deep state, dog, you gotta go deep. And honestly, if to really clean out the deep state, you gotta start with the Fed. And I mean the Fed, I mean the Federal Reserve. Because any president who's ever messed with that ended up in a body bag the next day.
You see how they try to do him, nip the ear. But yeah, I share the same sentiments. I would add though, it remains to be seen. I want to see what Trump does when he gets in there. He's got a lot on his caseload, a lot that's going on that he needs to fix and remedy before he can even address the deep state. But I do think it needs addressed. These are the same people who purportedly, supposedly stopped him in 2020. Probably put the hit out on him that almost killed him a month ago.
But now, and I can agree with you. This is where it scares me a little bit, though. The fact that he let Hillary off, knowing that she committed all those crimes, you know, when she got, subpoenaed, or what she do? Start burning stuff, start deleting emails, all that crazy stuff, and he didn't lock her up over that. And his excuse was...
a little bit questionable. But hey, hold on a second. Before you go, I thought we were MAGA.
Oh, we.
Hold on, so I thought we were Trumpers.
Well, shit, man, we fair here.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Man, but like I said, I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, I don't really trust. I trust Trump's policies, but I don't trust Kamala's policies. But here's the difference. I don't trust Trump's cabinet, and I don't trust Kamala's cabinet either. That's the effed up part of it for me, though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Millions of others, the GI Bill gave me a shot at a college education. And just like Tilly, my dad was a teacher, my older brother was a teacher, my sister was a teacher, my younger brother was a teacher.
They're not efficient. Like, they cost a lot of money to maintain. As far as the wind turbines, is more efficient.
And we married
forms of
teachers.
energy
So
production.
Hell yeah.
the privilege of my life.
Climate change is a scam altogether.
Teaching in public schools. And you might have heard coaching football to a state championship. So.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all showing crazy support in the chat right now, man. Do us a favor. We got almost 500 of y'all in here. If you're in here, I don't care where you're at, in your car, in your crib, go ahead and double tap that screen. Hit the 3 buttons in the upper right-hand corner, man. Show some support to the channel. It helps get the video pushed in the algorithm. We can continue to host these type of conversations for y'all, because y'all been loving it. So we appreciate y'all.
I'm weak as hell. Shout out to Diamond. Kamala's ancestors ain't no real Bodman. It's not a real Bodman.
Ting.
Hey, appreciate you, Diamond. Man, shout out. If you do want to see more of our female co-host, Diamond, man, make sure to check out the celebrity topic playlist. Appreciate y'all.
Don't ever close that yearbook. That's my pro tip.
We do have female talent.
Look, my students and my players are the ones who encouraged me to run for office. They saw in me what I hope to instill in them, a commitment to a common good, and something so important, the belief, as each and every one of you came here as a single person can make a difference. Can make a difference. Never planned my life to run for office, but I think my life prepared me well. And when my neighbors asked if I'd run for office, I was pretty clueless. I did not know that the district I was running in had only had one Democrat since 1892 before me. But my community graced me with the opportunity.
I do got to give it to Tim Walz on that one, though. He did take a mainly Republican spot and made it Democratic. Now, he did sell his country out to the Somalians and all that good stuff, but he found a way to turn a Republican state, damn near a Republican city, like damn near a whole Republican state, blue.
Through immigration. It kind of just shows the power of letting in an immigrating class.
Oh,
They
wow.
can literally turn a tide for you.
So, Key, you're telling me that he used the immigration problem to turn over the tide of his state?
Shit.
No, that's quite
Reportedly.
Ooh, man, that's quite a
Don't let me put on my tinfoil hat, though. What do I know?
Allegedly,
Represent them in
supposedly.
the United States Congress for 12 years. Where I had the privilege of
the
serving
Kia boys
as the
is bad
ranking
here.
member
Go to
on the VA
Minnesota.
committee, working with Republicans
Kia
to
boys be
pass
going
the most
crazy.
extensive veterans
Some Molly
package
gangs.
since the GI Bill. I learned the art of compromising without compromising my values. And as governor, I bring all those experiences together to tackle the most pressing challenges we have in the great state of Minnesota. Now, each of you came here. You came here because you love the country. You came here because you know how fantastic leader is going to walk out those doors in a minute or two. The person that you see bringing everything to us. But just be very clear here. Donald Trump sees the world very differently than all of us here. Each of you talk about service. Donald Trump knows nothing about service.
Whoa, hold on now. We got to be fair. We have to be fair. Trump has done a lot of service for people, actually. He's given away a lot of money.
Yeah.
So we can't say that. But, hey, no. We can let him come.
Yay. It's
can't
pretty
say that,
hard
but you
to
can lie
provide
about it.
service
Oh,
to
God.
others when you're too busy looking out for only yourself.
Okay. Trump, more of this Trump selfish
Again and again
narrative,
and
huh?
again, Donald Trump made decisions to weaken this country to strengthen his own hand.
Bro, rich people are like the least selfish
He
people.
mocked
to be
our
honest.
laws. He sowed division and
Bro.
chaos amongst our
Funny
citizens.
enough, off topic, but me and Diamond actually had that conversation. I said, I think hate never comes from above, and rich people
Yeah.
are more likely to look out for you or give you opportunity than somebody with lack thereof. Like,
Yeah.
if you down bad, how the fuck I'm gonna look out for you? Versus
Man.
me having a glass that is over full, I can kind of pour a little bit of some into yours.
Yeah, bro, that's why they say always go around people who challenge you. You want people to pull you up, bro, not try to tear you down. Like I said, hate never comes from above. It never do.
For those of y'all who say we live in an echo chamber or our chats are echo chambers, we welcome opinions from both sides. We welcome them. We
Like,
bring
look.
them on. We ask y'all to come in.
This how you know we're cool with the other side talking. LB things, stuff, and more. She talks a whole lot of crap, and she does say her little truths every now and then, but she talks mostly ish. I'm gonna be real with you.
And I'll be honest, we appreciate her in the chat.
On God, we do. We appreciate you, baby girl, man. Keep on repping your side.
And that's to say nothing of his record as president. He froze in the face of the global COVID pandemic, and our neighbors died because of it. By not addressing COVID, he drove our economy into the ground. And I just want to set the record straight because facts do matter, and there's not an alternate set of facts. Here's one for you. Violent crime was up during the Trump presidency.
That's true. But bro, you don't know hatefulness. You don't know spitefulness until you lived in a fucking hood where everybody around you will take from the next person who might have the same amount or less just because of lack of position, lack of opportunity. You talking about rich people will look down on you? Bro, I've seen the most hateful scenarios stem from broke motherfuckers.
Bro, rich people
who
don't
can't tell me shit.
I'm be real with you. Rich people the one who give you a job. What are you talking about?
Give you an opportunity, cut you an extra tip, bro. It's nothing to them. They got it. Versus a broke person, bro, they don't. They'll take from somebody with less just because it looks like more in their situation.
I'm telling you.
Like, what? You don't know hateful broke motherfuckers until you done stayed in the hood.
And he made a point, though. He did make a point, though. I was about to go off on him.
Go ahead.
Here's one for you. Violent crime was up during the Trump presidency.
Well, considered in BLM riots and all that good stuff.
And that's even not counting his crimes. Some of you gray hair or no hairs in here can actually remember a time when Republicans actually talked about freedom and believed in it. Not these guys. These are the guys that believe government should be free to invade your exam room with your doctor.
Never said that.
Here we go.
I'm sure it's true here in Nevada as it's true in
Crazy how they
Minnesota.
gotta lie about his policies.
We respect our neighbors' rights to make their own
have
personal
something to
choices.
talk about
Fit the
them.
narrative, bro. That makes Trump seem like he's such an autocrat. Like, oh, he's trying to do this. He's trying to infringe upon your rights.
We don't
this,
have
this,
to
that, and
agree
the
with
other.
them or
Like,
make
bro,
the
stop
same
it.
choice,
That's more like what
but
you
we
guys are
know
trying
that
to do.
this nation, things work best
Because
when
did
you
they
mind
ask
your own
us what
damn
we thought
business.
before they sent the 60 mil to 60 billion to Ukraine? Did they ask us?
Whenever you mandate a federal decision like that, isn't that more intrusive of our rights than anything? Trump said we're trying to
I
decision
don't need
states.
any help. I don't need any help from those guys telling me which books to read.
They already do. They've been doing that.
I sure the heck don't need any lecture about morality from those guys. And the last thing they can mind their own damn business is I don't need any help from them talking about my family.
Wow. Damn.
And this is where it gets personal, where they want to dictate things like IVF and reproductive care. I know there's a lot of you out there. This is the most personal choices we have. When my wife and I decided to have children, we spent years going through fertility treatments. And I said, I remember, we have somebody to help. You have water? All right. Thanks for helping your neighbors. But you helping? You good? All right. Thank you. Sure. I remember those waiting for the phone calls. You'd go through the treatments. I would have my neighbor come over to have to give shots to my wife and things like that. And the phone would ring, and you would just hope so highly that it would be good news. And then when you found out the treatments didn't work, it was a darkness that could blot out the sun. So I have to tell you, it wasn't by chance when that phone call finally came.
And we got over 700 of y'all in here right now, man. We appreciate the support, but do us a favor, man. Regardless of what side you're on, I don't care if you're watching on your TV, your phone, your tablet, man. Double tap that screen, like the video, man. The goal is 200, man. I want to see 200 likes in here. So hit that like button, help the video get pushed, man, and let's keep this
and super
conversation
chat
going.
any comments or questions, $1 and up to be read out loud. Don't worry, we got you.
Come on, man. Engage in the chat, man. Let's do it.
We found out we were
go ahead and
going to
steer the
welcome our
conversation.
daughter into the world.
Y'all got a poll y'all want to add? Y'all got a question y'all want to ask the over 700 tuning in, man? Make sure to super chat in $1 or more. We got y'all.
And on God, Glitch, hey, that TED Talk was crazy.
We named her the most powerful word in the universe. Hope. Hope.
One about the flag.
So when you hear Kamala Harris and I talk about freedom, we're very clear about this. We mean the freedom to make your own health care decisions. And that your children should be free to go to school without worrying about being shot dead in their classroom. Look, again, I know Nevada's a lot like Minnesota. In Minnesota, we believe in the Second Amendment, but we also believe in common sense gun violence laws.
I don't know. Common sense.
What is common sense gun violence laws? Look, those thorough background checks. Nobody is against that.
Yeah, nobody.
I think it's when you try and say like, oh well,
no more AR-15s.
Yeah,
no more assault rifles.
Like, okay, so
you got to
criminals are gonna have them, but me as a tax-paying citizen can't have one.
And hold on, man, we got somebody out here throwing money, man. Man, Big Wave Dave, man, we appreciate you. Yo, I'm subscribed, but I can't listen to this anymore. They need to stop pushing lies. They put in an unelected person as a nominee. Save democracy, my ass. Now she is taking Trump's policies and claiming them as her own. No tax on tips was the first, not the last. And she has taken fracking. She took fracking too.
Fracking.
Bro, there was another
saying she's gonna attack the border.
Yep, the border crisis.
So how are you gonna be strict on the border when you get in? But that's been on your caseload the past 4 years as VP.
Yeah, you know what was funny? I thought the whole Comrade Kamala joke was like bashing her taking Trump's policies. That's why they're calling her Comrade Kamala. I didn't know it was a
Communist.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a communist joke.
Yeah.
That would have me weak.
That's exactly what it was. Now, I kind of went over my head the first time I heard it too, but when I added it up, I was like, oh, that's a bar. That's hilarious.
But no, bro, like what they did with Kamala Harris was a spit in the face of democracy. They should have took it back to the primary. They should have took it all the way back to the primary. And I'm gonna be real with you, it should have been, Gavin Newsom, Josh Shapiro, and then Kamala Harris, and it should have been a vote.
And it's just so sad because this wasn't their guy or their woman to begin with, because they've done so much to strategically keep her from public view or public forum where she has to speak on her own behalf. The addition of Tim Walz not speaking outside of rallies. What'd you tell us just a second ago? Come time for debate. It's a 2v2 now.
I told you.
Bro, they're doing shit to really give her the sweetheart deal, sweetheart treatment, hide her from any type of negativity.
And let's be real, bro. There was basically a coup going on in that party, bro. Biden said no, and somebody hit him with that call
strong
and said,
arm, that Heisman.
Get your ass out of there.
Told his old ass to go on vacay, and we ain't seen him since.
Man.
Appreciate that super chat, Big Wave.
Baller alert, man. Baller alert.
Major support. And I want to add, bro, he only sent 5 super chats on YouTube, and he didn't put like 3 or 4 in our chat alone. So major supporter, bro. We appreciate that.
Ticket to the middle class, not crippling student loan debt. And we come here today because in 87 days,
sponsored by Big Wave Dave,
man. Not through violence. We're going to settle it by beating them at the ballot box. So look, I keep saying this. This is a pretty simple thing here. This election's about the choice, about what direction this country will go in. And I want to be clear. I know very clearly that I am preaching to the choir, but here's my words for you. The choir needs to sing.
Man.
The choir needs to sing.
Man, this man.
I wonder how many of Trump's policies they can steal without the general public catching on. Because like some of his shit, like I said, is foolproof. When you look at his economic policy, some of it's like, damn, he was cooking. Maybe if we could just scratch his name off, right there, Kamala.
Hey, policy plagiarism is crazy,
bro. Because some of this shit is good. Like I don't care what side you on. Some of it, like the no tax on tips, like some of this shit is good. The one thing I did say about Kamala's policy, was like the price gouging on groceries.
No, there's another one she kind of stole from Trump. She want to bring factories back to America.
I seen that.
Yeah, I was like, bro, Trump been talking that for years. You about to steal that one too.
I seen that. The one original policy I seen on Kamala's behalf that I will say, and when I say original, I don't know who wrote it, who drafted it. It might not have been Kamala. It might have been her writers, but it was price gouging at grocery stores. So she intends to expand the market. So you know how pretty much in all of our states we got like 3 or 4 major suppliers for grocery stores.
Let me go ahead and give out.
She's gonna add more grocery stores to alleviate costs, essentially.
Bro, she was trying to cap rent. She's trying to cap what these suppliers can charge for food and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
and that doesn't help nobody. Why don't you make the economy better, make things less expensive, so they can charge less and they can hire more?
But even to that point, Seth, like even economists were already kind of pushing back on that, saying that that might not necessarily help.
Bro.
Like it sounds good, like as somebody, even as like I said myself, I was reading, I was like, okay, but economists are already kind of pushing back and saying that's not necessarily gonna solve.
Bro,
that.
economists wanted to go upside her head when she talked about capping rent.
So the other day I started out by saying, don't believe Donald Trump when he plays dumb about 2025. But then I remembered, you don't believe him on anything because that's what you shouldn't believe. But look, I coached football for enough years. When somebody draws up a playbook, they plan on using it. Mm-hmm. And when they do, they'll restrict our freedoms. When they do, they'll do what they've done. They'll rig the economy so that the middle class gets nothing and the rich get richer. If this guy gets an opportunity again, he won't only pick up where he left off, it will be much worse than it was last time. He'll gut Social Security, pull your health care, underfund public schools, all of it. That's damn right. Damn right. We're not going back.
So that's damn right. You got damn right. Man, say what you want about Tim Walz, and I'm not necessarily in agreement to a lot of what he says or his policy. I mean, we've heard more policy from him than from Kamala, but like I say, man, the guy knows how to hold a crowd. He knows how to give a speech. He can galvanize some folks. Like, I don't know if it's his coach background. I know they say stolen valor. I don't know if it's his military background, but it's something about watching him. He's charismatic. He can hold the crowd. You know, he keeps you entertained, engaged. Something that Kamala can't do. Like I say, the addition of Tim Walz has been beyond useful. He's injected some necessary vitality into what they had going on. Like, had they not done this, Kamala, fuck the polls. She wouldn't even have been able to stand on her own at this point in the race. Like, they needed Tim Walz.
Look, this guy's not fighting for you or your family. He doesn't give a damn. And his running mate shares his dangerous and backward agenda. I said this. All of my friends, we went to Yale, had billionaires fund our career, and then we write a book trashing our neighbors.
For those of y'all who say we Trumpers,
come on, we're better than that. We're better than that. And I said it. I want to
make
be
observations,
clear.
man.
I didn't call anybody names. I spent enough years in that lunchroom to know bullies when I see them.
The whole Democratic
I
Party,
just
though. All
made
they're
a
using is
very
fear
clear
right now.
observation that they seem to be really concerned about. I pointed out that taking away reproductive freedoms, banning books, raising the price of insulin, trying to hurt labor unions.
Man, Big Wave Dave
he came back for another one.
More of the same. Don't go back. I'm telling you, bro.
That's their motto. They say it at all the
We
Harris
won't go
walls.
back.
Yeah.
Bro, that's the most scariest thing I heard. Hold on. So we don't want to go back to, like, I don't know, stable prices?
It's
we
kinda-
don't want to go back to no wars?
It's kind of funny because you got Make America Great Again, and then you got We Won't Go Back.
Like, to America being great again?
Bruh.
Like, what do y'all mean?
Like, the counter was so strategic. Actually, I hats off, because that was masterful.
Man,
Nobody's asking
Make
for
America
that
Great
weird
Again.
crap.
Actually, you
No
know, we
one's
won't go
asking
back.
for it.
Like, hold on.
it's a good time?
Economic prosperity?
Like, no war.
Here's the good news.
Bro, striving
We do
middle
the work.
class or
This is about
the
the
actual
future.
middle class?
We do the work. None of that's going to happen.
That shit's getting deleted
Vice
right now. I don't know if
President
y'all
Harris
know.
believes
In the words of
those
Drewski,
freedoms.
what do
She
you mean
knows
by
that
that?
every single person should get a chance at the middle class. She believes in something so beautiful.
Make sure to super chat in $1 or more if y'all got any comments y'all want read aloud, anything funny y'all want to say about Walz, about Trump, about Kamala, whatever. We got y'all, man. $1 or more, and we'll read it aloud. But either way, we appreciate the support. Make sure to double tap that screen and like the video.
Yeah, because you can't super chat, just like the video, man. We appreciate you still.
Let's get this sucker to 200, man.
Let's go.
The promise of America. It's that simple. The promise of America. Madam Vice President, I want to say thank you for putting the trust in me to be your running mate. And I want to say, she has done so much. And with you together, it's reminded us about something. It's reminded us that this work can be about goodness. It can be about smiling. It's tough work, but we can be happy doing it. And Kamala Harris has done something that we will forever be grateful for her. She has brought out the joy in our politics. Nevada, join me in welcoming the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris.
All right, then.
All right.
That wasn't, well, it was an invigorating speech. I'll give him that one at least.
Like I said, he got some oomph when he speaks, some charisma.
Oh, God.
You got to respect it.
But let's go into his newest one, though. Yeah, this is his newest one.
More town halls are on the way as we do everything we can to hear the voices of as many Walz to our IAFF family. Governor Walz.
That accent is so Boston. Like, what the hell? Boston. Man, Boston. What's the thickest accent? Boston, New York, DMV,
Southern. The Southern accent. That shit is unmistakable.
Well, good morning.
You already know what
I know you
three
got a
states
lot of
that person
important
already
business
from.
to get through this week, but I do want to say how grateful I am
Yeah,
and
you
what
ain't
a
lying.
privilege
Louisiana's
it
up there
is
too.
to stand in front of this
Texas.
group.
Texas.
Thank you, President Kelly. Thank you for every single day advocating for the 350,000 heroes that you know that you represent with passion. And to General Secretary Treasurer Lima, thank you. This is an incredible leadership team. I got to use a point of personal privilege and a shout out to your 5th District VP from Bethel, Minnesota resident, Tom Thornburg. Tom, it's great to always see you. And every delegate in this room representing your 350,000 of your membership. Look, you got busy jobs, you got families, you travel here to do the important work of understanding. I'll often have people tell me, look, I'm really not that into politics. My response to that is too damn bad. Politics is into you. And if you're not here advocating for that, if you're not here advocating for the messages, it's hard to get
That's
it done.
actually a great point.
Yeah, that's probably the realest thing he's ever said.
Realest counter you can give somebody when they I just don't care about politics. Well, too damn bad.
Yeah.
It cares about you.
On God, and politics can control your life in every way, shape, or form. So it is a bit wild when people say, "Oh, I don't care about politics. I don't get involved." I'm like, "Dog, then you're in. Then, well, you're misinformed. You're ill-informed.
No, you're a pawn. You're a pawn.
It's like you're kind of like a person who let the wind take them anywhere.
An unassuming pawn.
It's like at a certain point, like, then what do you believe in? How do you believe this country should be ran? What is the America you like to see?
And you know what they say: stand for something or fall for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
how do y'all be falling for anything?
Teachers Union,
Man, literally.
I feel very proud of that. I saw the other day.
So
I
they
got
get y'all
attacked
caught
by,
up in this Baba Booey Bull.
I got attacked by the.
Baba Booey Bush. Well,
I got attacked by the Wall Street
Had to
Journal
stop
for being
myself, too.
richer than my disclosure says because I have 2 defined benefit pension plans. Seems like that's a little different than Google stock that was handed to you, but that's what we did. So maybe a few more of us should be dues-paying members. But I can promise you this: when Vice President Harris and I win this election, we'll have your back just like
You'll
you've had
own
ours this
nothing
entire
and
time.
like it.
In the words of Larry Finkel.
And just as I've done as governor and just as the vice president has done, I look forward to working hand in hand with you to deliver for the locals back home, because that's what really matters. But if you'd bear with me, it's a privilege to be in front of this group, but I have to say it's also personal. The Minnesotans know this, and some of you in this room might know. Last year, we lost one of our bravest firefighting heroes, and I personally lost a dear friend. Chris Parsons was fire captain from St. Paul. He worked closely with us and was president of the Minnesota Professional Firefighters. Chris was 6'7", stood out in any crowd, but it's hard to imagine his personality was bigger than that 6'7". He was the most generous and kind and funny individual that I had ever met.
God.
One conversation with that
He was
guy
in the wrong
would make your entire
profession.
day better. Tragically, we lost Chris in the line of duty. It's kind of heartbreak that no family and no community should have to endure, because every hero deserves to come home at the end of every shift. And know this, we
Ain't
see
that
your
the
noble
truth?
courage. We're forever grateful to you for going above and beyond to keep all of us safe. And we're committed to building a future that you and your families deserve. As Minnesota's governor, I was proud to bolster resources for firefighter training and education, to invest in the equipment and the facilities to keep you safe, and to sign the most comprehensive fighter well-being legislation in the nation. The resiliency to do this job is incredible. The physical toll it takes on your body, but the emotional toll and the time away from your family, we understand that, and putting the resources into it is absolutely critical. That's why I'm honored to be on a ticket with someone else who has long supported your essential work. As a native Californian, Vice President Harris knows explosive, dangerous, and unpredictable nature of wildfires in that state. She's been to the memorials, knows the depth of sacrifice
California's
that
just
you and
lost
your
hella
families
big
go through.
businesses and
In
a couple
fact,
insurance companies.
It's a matter of
so-
family for her.
I
The
don't
Vice
know
President's
about all
brother-in-law,
that.
Andy
That's not even
Emhoff,
her fault.
spent his
That's more
career as a
Gavin
firefighter in
Newsom's.
Santa
Got a lot
Cruz,
of major
California,
revenue,
and retired as an
departing
IAFF
from
member in
California.
good standing. And at
Taxpayers, large businesses.
Elon left.
As California Attorney General, and as Frank can attest, Kamala Harris sued the big banks for mismanaging your state's pension fund. And when she won, she returned hundreds of millions of dollars to firefighters and other public workers and to their families. As vice president, she cast the deciding vote on the American Rescue Plan, which helped keep workers on the job.
I don't even know.
Still your pension fund?
Yeah, I'd have to look that up. Like, is that
And I'll
even
say
like,
this.
Bro, please explain that
It kept
situation all the way
public
through.
safe during the
hold on,
pandemic,
I don't know
and
about
it
that one.
let local fire departments hire, train, and retain more of the firefighters that we needed. And under her leadership, the administration gave much-needed raises to more than 11,000 federal firefighters. When we're in office, we'll make sure you have all the resources and protections you need to do your jobs and your service is respected and that you come home safe every night. We know exactly who built this country. It's people like the folks in this room, firefighters, police officers, construction trades, teachers, and nurses and veterans who contributed their contributions to our nation long after they got out of military service. It was you who built the middle class. And we know that when unions are strong, America's strong.
I guess.
That is
the idea.
Look, this is the time of year that talk is cheap. But that's why Vice President Harris is proudly part of the most pro-labor administration.
Shout out. We got another super chat in from...
I'm weak. Hey, Big Wave Dave calling somebody out in the chat, man. LB Things, you are bought and paid for. I roll, man, like Harry and others. She's saying, man, look, she's saying, hey, we all know you getting a check to be in here and say this.
All right, LB Things, you got the floor. You want to super chat in $1 for a retort? You want to come back? You got the floor.
In history,
man, you said you bought and paid for.
Picket lines with workers demanding better pay and conditions.
We're gonna let y'all cook in the chat, man. Y'all know how we go.
1 million of our union sisters and brothers, workers and retirees, and insisted that prevailing wage jobs spring from federal investments. It's your construction brothers and sisters know that one.
Shout out to the sponsor,
man.
man.
It's that same spirit that animated my fight for labor in Minnesota.
Big Dave.
Governor, I signed one of the biggest packages of pro-worker policies in history into law, making it easier for workers to form unions, strengthening worker protections, and banning captive audience meetings.
Y'all are hilarious in the chat.
Man.
Today, Minnesota is one of the best states for workers in the nation. And guess what? It's one of the best states for business. You don't have to choose between protecting workers and protecting business. They go hand in hand. That's Vice President's and my vision for the entire country. Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, they have something a little different in mind.
A little different.
The only thing these guys know about working people is how to take advantage of them, how to not pay them. Every single chance they've gotten, they've waged a war on workers and the ability to collectively bargain. When it comes to
talking about the same two candidates who have no work in the private sector.
Yeah, like no work in the private. They never owned a business or anything.
They're trying to say Trump and Vance don't know how it is.
Honestly, they're talking about a world they've never been in. So I'm like, bro, how about own a business and then tell us how they're doing it then? Because always the people who don't own a business talk about, oh, the rich take advantage of people and all that. I'm like, bro, if you own a business, you'd understand how much the rich actually have to give.
Talking the most and the loudest, understanding the pitfalls of being a business owner, the hardships. They don't tell you that, but y'all just see the Lambo and Instagrams.
Man.
Just so-called right-to-work laws that deprive unions of funds they need. Donald Trump
when everybody else is going to get a job from somebody else. And people are incentivizing you, telling you, pushing you in that direction. Like, man, just get a job. What you mean? Just work. Come on, bro. They paying this, and that amount. You can have this, and that type of life. Benefits, this, and that, and the other. Like, you know how tough of a person you have to be like, nah, I kind of want to get it on my own.
And chat, let's keep it real. Can you really trust somebody who's been funded by taxpayer money all his life instead of somebody who's went out there and got the money himself? Like, can we really trust somebody like that? And hold on. Shout out Chris White, man. We appreciate the super chat, man. $1 super chat. He went in and
ain't got too much to say. Just wanted to show some support. We appreciate you.
Yeah, but hey, man, if you want to set up a poll or anything, man, have something to say, go ahead and just say it in the chat.
Right to work.
We'll try 100%. To catch it. We'll try.
Everybody in this room knows right to work means right to work for less, right to work more dangerously, right to work for no pensions. It doesn't mean the ability to collectively bargain to fight with the dignity that work brings to each and every one of us. Look, I'll keep saying it. Words are cheap. Actions is all you should care about. Make sure you're counting on what was
Okay, that's fair. That's fair to say. So yes, your action shows that you're not a business owner and you have no money for real, and that you
Words
visit
are cheap.
Yeah, and that you visit, China a lot.
You've
And
taught communist-approved classes and taken American students over there as well.
so, yeah, action speaks louder than words, Mr. Waltz. Mr. Waltz. So I'm thinking,
Coach.
Yeah, Coach Waltz. So I'm thinking that your actions are telling us that you may be a bit communist. That's what his actions is telling me at this moment.
was delivered. When Donald Trump was president, he blocked overtime benefits for millions of workers. He opposed efforts to raise the minimum wage, and he even proposed slashing budgets for federal
Hey, hold on. LB, put that money you got to actual use.
Come on, LB.
Oh,
Come on,
man.
LB. I told you, you got the spot. You got the floor. Respond.
Man, good boy cookie you right now, man.
fire service programs. Those are just simply facts. But look, it's
putting
not
his
just what
money
they've
where his
done,
mouth
it's what
is.
they're gonna
You gotta
do.
respect
This
people
is the
like
big
that.
thing.
You got
One
to.
of the goals of their
I
project
guess he wins
2025
this round
is
then.
to
I
screw the
guess
middle
this round
class,
goes to Big
making
Wave
it
Dave.
harder for workers to collectively bargain, allowing employers to drastically cut overtime or eliminate it.
Yep.
Slash taxes
Starving
for the
students.
ultra
She
wealthy
said,
man.
by
She
imposing
said, "All right,
a
man,
national
you got
sales
this one,
tax
G.
on the
You
rest
got
of us."
it.
Look, I've said this. I'm an old-time football coach. If you draw up a playbook, you plan on using it. Project 2025 is a plan to reshape what America looks like, moving away from the middle class and putting it right back on the oligarchs and the wealthy at the top. He said he's going to repeal the Affordable Care Act.
Why do they demonize the rich? I don't get it.
Oh, because it wants you, bro, the biggest, I ain't gonna lie, one of the biggest lies, the government has ever told us is that the rich is bad. Or the rich are evil people.
You talking about the same people who employ America?
Yeah, the
Like,
same
I'm not
people
saying
who are a
there
plus for
isn't
America.
a percentage of these rich people who are doing bad things, but I'm just talking about in general. Like, why do they make it seem like getting money is a bad thing?
Oh, man, Big
That
Dave
thing
coming
is
in again,
pre-existing.
though. LB is an indoctrinated go figure. It is indoctrinated, go figure. Oh, wow.
He talking about what? Because she's in the schools?
Yeah, man. Hopefully she in STEM. You know, you ain't in STEM, and I don't mean to disrespect what you're doing, but if you're not in STEM, you're low key wasting time in college.
Nah, she's got a social degree.
Existing conditions. Those are things
you're
that
a
make
woman,
sure
that
that
might
our
work.
family gets health care. And for many of our families, and I know you don't get to participate in it, but your families do. My mom does. Social Security and Medicare are life-saving programs for them. Instead of funding those programs, they talk about cutting them. So here, this is what I always say. If you got $1 billion, you don't give a damn if your Social Security check shows up. But if you're like my mom, that's how you pay for your food. That's how you pay for your heat. That's how things get done. So that check, pretty damn important to protect it. Again, use their own words. This is a guy who told his friends down at Mar-a-Lago, and this is a direct quote. Look, all of you you're rich as hell. We're going to give you a tax cut while telling workers that wages are too high. That says it all. And again, if you're confused on where you're going to go, think about what impacts you, your life, and your family the most. So let me tell you exactly what Vice President Harris and I will do when we get elected. As president, then President Harris will sign the PRO Act, making it easier for unions to organize. We'll protect Safer Grant program. It's good to see you say this. If you have to spend any time thinking if you want to support the PRO Act, that pretty much tells you where you're at, because that's a pretty easy one. Same thing with the Safer Grant program. We know it's essential to helping serve and protect communities, especially as we starting to see intensive heat waves. We'll keep fighting to protect your retirement benefits, lowering taxes for working families, and finally making corporations just pay their fair share. They're doing fine. They're doing fine. They can pay their fair share. And again, things like Social Security, things like the GI Bill, programs that make a difference, paid family and medical leave, affordable child care so you can go do your job. That just makes sure that families aren't just surviving and getting by, but they're thriving and getting ahead. I talked about that idea of defined benefit pension plans. They complained that I had 2 defined benefit pension plans. In 1980, 60% of people had defined benefit pension plans. The middle class was strong. Today, 4% have it, and they're trying to take those away from us. You change the middle class by investing in the middle class. We're proud of the plan that we put forward. Again, Donald Trump trying to hide from that Project 2025 plan. They're going to use it. They're going to use it. It's written out. They know what's there. And look, they're not going to wait a few years to do it. They're going to get an opportunity to do it. So we know what it is. Donald Trump doesn't want to tell you what's in there. You can look for yourself. You can see what they're trying to do. They go on TV. They deny it. They say that he's not being treated fairly. These are their words. They put it on paper.
Oh, man, hold on. We got another one coming in?
Big Wave Dave is not playing, man. He said for Chris White, #1 state being left, Cali. I wonder why. I can probably tell you why.
Man, they still pulling up.
Crime.
Yeah.
The lack of police presence. Ain't nobody getting protected anymore. Your government doesn't care about you. Newsom and EV taxes.
San Francisco, high in crime, high in homelessness.
The best cities in Cali are shitholes.
Bro, actually, you know what's even worse? The LGBTQ running through Cali at the moment, bro. Oh, the fact that Gavin Newsom said a teacher can hide a kid's hide a kid's sex change or gender affirming care from them. Yeah.
From the home too.
Man.
They can be removed from the home by the
Hold on. So here's the thing though. A kid cannot drink, they cannot drive, but they can change their sex.
Yep. You let the genitals. Isn't that wild as hell?
Make it make sense.
We don't let kids get tattoos because at 13, because they probably feel differently at 18, 21, and 25, right? But we'll let them get gender reassignment surgery.
Make it make sense.
They're going to do. Kamala Harris, she's ready to hold him accountable on the debate stage. Tell me you're not looking forward to that. Look, I know you're busy. You're going to be watching Monday Night Football or something. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good because, again, as I said this is going to impact you. The things that are said on that debate stage are going to impact your retirement. They're going to impact your kids' education. They're going to impact infrastructure. These are things that matter to us. So, look. Some of you in here, and I'm going to say this because I know we're bipartisan, some of the gray hairs in here, I know what you're thinking, and I remember it too because it's my family. When Republicans used to talk about freedom, they meant it. They meant it. Not anymore. These guys over there, they want government to have the freedom to invade every corner of your life, from our union halls to our kids' schools, even our doctor's office. Vice President and I.
Yo, shout out Big Wave Dave. Stream sponsored by Big Wave Dave.
Man, at this point.
Everybody to go like his super chat, man. Notice LB didn't have an actual response. Big Wave Dave, bro. She's cooked, bro.
It's cool, bro. You don't cook her out the chat.
Bro, Big Wave Dave, you don't stop, man, until it's done.
Man,
done.
What?
I see Big Wave Dave.
Man, killing ant with a sledgehammer. I love it. I love the mentality at this point. But damn.
Oh man.
We got a little bit different vision of this. We believe that you, not politicians, should be made free to make your own health care choices. We believe that workers deserve to collectively bargain for fair wages, safe working conditions, good health care, and secure retirement. No interference from government. As a union member, our union halls are the purest form of democracy. The opportunity to speak your mind, elect leadership, speak what you want on your platform, and then go advocate for it. That's how democracy is supposed to work. These are folks that want to make it difficult to do that. Little things. We should be able to make sure that government is there to make sure that corporations have to keep our air and water clean. You can make money and still protect water and protect air. We believe that people should be free to get a good education that puts them into the middle class, not crippling debt for a lifetime. And we believe that our kids should be free to go to school without worrying about being shot dead in their halls. Now, I want to say something about this. I know guns. I'm a 24-year veteran. I'm a hunter. I was one of the best shots in Congress, and I got the trophies to prove it. I could outshoot them every year. But I'm not going to stand by and let someone say that this is about the Second Amendment when our first responsibility is protection of our kids. It is not a false choice. We can have and protect the Second Amendment and keep guns out of our schools that are killing our kids and do things right. That stuff's common sense. Vice President Harris brings that to the White House. That's a future we can build together. We don't have to go to every damn family gathering and fight about things that we mostly agree on. We don't have to find ways to divide us, and we can have legitimate policy discussions that differ on issues but come to common goals. And on issues of labor rights, of middle-class rights, of paying your fair share.
Man. And once again, shout out to the sponsor of the show, man. Big Wave Dave, man.
Chiming in for another super chat, man.
Bro, I say the same thing, bro. Criminals do not follow gun laws.
That's what I say. So you take AR-15 assault rifles or weapons with larger magazine capacity. Bro. You take those away from the law-abiding citizens who are going to get them legally. Criminals are going to do whatever they can to get their hands on them.
I'm going to be real with you. We're going to be at the mercy of, like, the cartel. Like, the Bloods and the Crips. Like, we're going to be at the mercy of some of the, like, low-key, the rich gangsters. And they're going to be able to do whatever they want, and we cannot fight these dudes with just pistols.
Or we just going to be criminalizing the people who just ain't going. Imagine people who just like, nah, you're not taking my guns.
Bro.
They mandating these laws, but people just be like, nah, you're not taking my guns. Like, I know the criminals are still going to have these. What I look like trying to fight a criminal with a 9 and he got a whole RPG.
Like, come on now, bro.
bro.
Couldn't even do it. Couldn't even do it, bro.
Of cutting taxes for the middle class, we're going to need you with us to win that fight. So I'd ask all of you, I am a former football coach, and I give halftime speeches all the time.
Yes, you do.
But I do have to admit this. I know I'm in Red Sox country. Go Twins. So I'm going to try a baseball analogy, people, so bear with me. Game 7 of the World Series. We're down a couple runs, but we got the rally hats on. We got runners on base, and our heavy hitters are on deck. We got the hometown going wild. Sisters and brothers in labor, it's time for you to step up to the plate. We've got 69 days to win this thing, 69 days to protect labor rights, 69 days to do things that we know people who have laid their life on the line, like Chris Parsons, to protect this as a public service and are simply asking to be treated fairly. That's what we get to do. On that 70th day, we wake up and know that the policies that positively impact
we got another $1 super chat for our man Chris White, man. We appreciate you. So even if you ain't saying nothing, dog, we appreciate the support, man. We really do.
Going to become law. That's what we have to believe. So I'll tell you what, our hitters are coming up.
Make sure to like the
It's
video,
you.
please.
This is a vision about the
Man,
possibility.
like, come on, man, bro. Let's get them likes, like, you know.
Of America. This is the vision about a positive America. This is a vision about what we can do together. And the reason that I feel so good is knowing that the heavy hitters in this room are coming up next is you know how to fight. That's all you know how to do. That's all you've had to do every step of the way to improve this profession and to bring people into it.
We got over
So as
600 of y'all in here, man. Do us a favor, man. I want to see these likes up to 200, man. So like the video, double tap that screen. And another special shout out to Big Wave Dave.
Man.
Proper background checks, man. That's what I'm all for. I think that's common sense gun laws. Tell me you don't know how guns are bought without telling me.
Bruh, because when I got my gun, I was like, background check? I'm like, all right.
That's the first thing you do.
Bro, I was kind of like,
Isn't that what Kodak went to jail for most
Yeah.
recently? His dumbass put his name down on a background check.
Got instantly hit.
Bro.
It's like, you got to.
You have to. I don't care where you're at. Now, they do have, like, ways around that. I'll be honest. These gun shows, I'll be honest, there's ways around it. But you go to any reputable place to get an actual gun, a gun store, gun range, even a fucking pawn shop, they're running a background check.
And let's be real, the best thing with the gun show is just run a background check before they get into the gun show. Or you publicize the gun show, tell everybody to submit background checks before coming to one.
It's a requirement to buy a ticket.
Yeah. Background check requirement.
Boom.
There you go.
Simple.
Ex-President of the United States always says, when we fight,
Tweet.
we win. Thank you all.
Man, saying keep media for president.
Man. Shoot, man. 35.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
You gotta be 35.
I forgot. Yeah, you definitely can. Bro, they're getting these switches with 3D printers, bro.
Man. 3D printing is crazy. Bro, like, I remember somebody be making a big ass little YouTube signs with 3D printers. I was like, and officially.
That shit cold. Some of that shit cold.
Oh God, like you gotta be impressed by that. It's just the ingenuity of it all.
For high school football, but for seventh
Like,
grade basketball
You done risked
and
it.
track.
You done risked it.
So, what was a high school football coach doing, coaching seventh grade basketball and track? Well, there was a kid in the high school who couldn't afford to pay for lunch, and he ran up a lot of debt.
Damn.
And Tim and Gwen decided they'd help pay it off. They started calling around the district to see if there were any positions they could fill to make a little extra money, and that's how he wound up coaching us seventh graders.
Coach.
That's right.
Coach Walz.
Oh God, let's get right to him, man. But yeah, he's definitely a better speaker than Kamala, though.
Man, I give it to him.
Bro, he's definitely a better speaker than Kamala. Better speaker than Vance, damn near.
No,
bro.
he kind of is. I made the point, the admission. Really, I said, JD cool, but a bit dry.
Yeah, that's why I said
a little bit stale.
That's why I said Vivek would have been the best choice.
Yeah.
It would have been better than him.
I think, like you said, like, it was been too much competition for Trump.
Thank you, first of all, to Vice President Harris. Thanks for putting your trust.
All right, man. We got another one, man, from the sponsor, man, Big Wave Dave, man. Got another $10 super chat. Shoot, universal background checks, they say, but they want a registry. Second Amendment is there for a reason. I am sorry. You are scared to own a gun, but don't take right. I'm sorry, but sorry you are scared to own a gun, but don't take our rights because you are a coward.
And that's what I've always said, man. Like, they want these gun laws impressed upon all of us. The people who are saying that, he's so right. They don't even own one fucking gun.
Like, you're
he's so
scared?
right.
Bro, yeah, he's right.
He's so right
It's the
about
people
that.
that
I'm not
don't
gonna
own-
lie. I'm not gonna lie. They're already fearful of weapons.
So, of course, they would have like, okay, cool, take them away from everybody because I don't got one anyway. It's like, bro,
That's
what?
so crazy.
It's like, that should be the opposite. You should like, all right, cool. I'm afraid to hold one, but I do want somebody around with one
Yeah,
just
why
in
would
case.
I want my community to be armed and safe?
Just in case. I might not like
The
it,
police
but
can only get here so fast.
oh God, like I may not like it, but at least my neighbor got a gun, so I know if shit go down. Hey, yo, neighbor, you know,
Yo, something going down. They were coming out with the AR-15. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Man.
Trust in me and for inviting me to be
Yeah,
part
wait
of this
5 minutes for
incredible
police to pull up.
campaign.
Lord knows how that works out for niggas. Well,
And a
everybody,
thank you
really.
to President Joe Biden. Trust in me and for inviting me to be part of this incredible campaign. And a thank you to President Joe Biden for 4 years of strong, historic leadership. It's the honor of my life to accept your nomination for Vice President of the United States. We're all here tonight for one beautiful, simple reason. We love this country. So thank you to all of you here in Chicago and all of you watching at home tonight. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for your determination. And most of all, thank you for bringing the joy to this fight. Now, I grew up in Butte, Nebraska, a town of 400 people. I had
Hey, man.
Shout out Big Wave Dave.
The sponsor of the show, man.
Even in the heat of battle, my nigga don't miss.
Bro.
He continues to come in. My man said, Sandra, yes, they can have guns, but rules for thee, not for me.
Hey, rules for thee, not for me. He said, yeah, y'all may do that over there, but I ain't going for it.
Man.
And you can only respect that stance. I'm be real with you. It's like, what can I say? Yes, there's people who don't want to give up their guns. I am one of them. I refuse. I'm like, whoa. I need to protect myself. Like, you can use just a pistol, yeah, but criminals.
And that's
I
what I
mean,
was
they're
just
gonna
about to
upgrade
say.
their arsenal.
I know it's cliche, but bro, you got these kids, these criminals that don't give a F. They don't respect the law. They don't respect authority. You think they just gonna stop getting these guns, these crazy guns with these switches, these foldable, extendable stocks with all this these kids got artillery, bro. They be riding around. I don't know if y'all know. They be riding around 4 deep with 4 ARs and a baby Drake in the back.
Bro, we're in Ohio, bro. Like, bro, we got 16-year-olds
with baby Drakes in the back. I'm trying to tell
walking
you.
around with that.
So
walking around with it.
If you think a little mandate or a little ban on assault style weapons is gonna stop these they don't care as it is.
Oh yeah, they reckless.
So they gonna have all the weaponry and our artillery while we just got these pea shooters.
Looking stupid.
24 kids in my high school class, and none of them went to Yale.
Called looking stupid.
Nah, facts.
Not like that.
But I'll tell you what,
have a
growing
beer,
up
a
in a
brewski
small
with Big
town
Wave
like
Dave.
that, you'll learn how to take care of each other.
Shout out Big Wave Dave.
That family down the road, they may not think like you do. They may not pray like.
Shout out Big Wave Dave, man.
He said again.
Gun laws don't stop criminals. No, they do not. No, they do not. They just take guns out of law-abiding citizens' hands because then you're forced to comply. You're not a criminal. You're going to give the gun up if they mandate you to give the gun up, right?
Bro, I'm going to be real with you. Like, it just leads to, like, I ain't going to lie, like, hostile takeover by criminals, by gangs. What are we going to do when they take away all our pistols and they just rush in with their AK-47s? How are we going to protect ourselves from these people?
No idea, bro.
Lord knows the government don't want to protect us. Shoot, they're too busy helping the immigrants to protect us.
No idea. And they and what's funny about it, that is they're letting criminals in. So you got an incoming class of immigrants who, let's just be honest, a portion of these people are criminals in their home countries. They're coming over here. You're going to take the guns from us. These people are coming over here to already break the law. So you got motherfucking criminals, don't care about the law with guns. A lot of these people don't care about America. They just came over here just cause. Bro, it's a danger. It's a national security threat.
Bruh.
Like you do.
Y'all worried about abortion.
You take guns out of law-abiding citizens' hands. It's a national security threat. Yes, I said it.
And you look out for them.
Thank you.
And they look out for you.
It needs to be said.
Everybody belongs. And everybody has a responsibility to contribute.
National Guard.
For me, it was serving in the Army National Guard.
No, facts.
I joined up
2
days after my 17th birthday,
though.
and I proudly wore our nation's uniform
What's
for
that they're talking
24
about? They
years.
said Tim Walz roughly grabbed his son.
Yeah, I seen it. They showed it on PBD. Yeah, they showed it. It was wrecked.
I need to see that.
All right, but bro, it was like he was like kind of just dragged his ass.
Did he do something?
No, he just aggressively yanked him. That's it. It was just like obviously yanked him, forcing him over. It's kind of like the whole thing was scripted. Because think about it, his son rolls up and said, "That's my dad. That's my dad." Get over here, little man. Get over here and get into this picture.
It was rough like that for real?
Yeah, it looked like
jerked him pretty much.
Jerked him. That's it. I wouldn't say it was anything too extreme,
but it was noticeable.
Yeah, it was noticeably.
I got you.
And he had a very impatient look on his face.
Okay, like damn, they're frustrated. Like, get your ass over here, nigga.
A Korean War era Army veteran
maybe
died of lung cancer a couple years later.
Crying, you high at the
he
DNC?
Left behind a
what the hell is wrong
with
you? Get your crying ass over here, bro.
Thank God for Social Security survivor benefits. And thank God for the GI Bill that allowed my dad and me to go to college, and millions of other Americans. Eventually, like the rest of my family, I fell in love with teaching. Three out of 4 of us married teachers. I wound up teaching social studies and coaching football at Mankato West High School.
I ain't gonna lie, doesn't that sound like your favorite teacher? Yeah. The social studies teacher who was also the football coach, who also was the gym teacher, who also probably taught wrestling in off season.
Bro, that was the coolest dude, though. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I say, bro. Tim Walz does have that personality where it's like, yeah, I could tell the kids probably liked you, bro.
Man.
Go Scarlets.
Like he caught the kid smoking weed behind the classroom.
He's like, come here. He stomped it out and didn't tell on the principal type shit.
Oh God, like real cool dude.
We played through to the whistle on every single play, and we even won a state championship. Never closed the yearbook, people. But it was those players and my students who inspired me to run for Congress.
Y'all are wild.
They saw in me what I had hoped to instill in them.
When I seen that last one, I was like, in the shower?
An understanding
It's crazy
we're
work.
all in this together.
All right, that has been
And the
inserted.
belief
Oh, wow, me.
that a single person can make a real difference for their neighbors. So there I was,
Yo,
a 40-something high school teacher with little
Yep,
kids,
yep.
zero political experience, and no money,
Kinda gotta be.
running in a deep red district. But you know what? Never underestimate a public school teacher. I represented my neighbors in Congress for 12 years, and I learned an awful lot.
Wild thing to
I
say.
learned how to work across the aisle on issues like growing the rural economies and taking care of veterans. And I learned how to compromise.
Oh man, here we go
without
again, bro. We
compromising my
got Big Dave once again. An indoctrination of children, real American hero. Yeah, look.
You're not lying. I'm just speaking more to his personality.
I'm be real with you though. Taking a bunch of students to a communist state is a bit wild, though.
It is.
That is a bit indoctrination. Then you bring them back over here to spread their communist ideals.
It's like the people too that don't respect human rights at all. Like human rights violators. Like everybody knows that's China, low key. Hey, bro, child labor,
man,
bro,
freedom of
sweatshops,
speech.
shops, bro. Freedom of speech is minimal to none,
man.
Like, bro.
Oh, and well, come on. Basically a dictator, but we're too afraid to call him a dictator. It's crazy how we can call, like, you know, Putin a dictator, which he is in a way.
Oh, it's a full communist state.
But-
Only the people with money really own things.
Yeah, but bro, and that's what I'm saying. In China, though, bro, he's a dictator. Jinping or whatever they call him.
Oh yeah, full on
dictator.
Jinping.
JJ, bro, he's a dictator, but we don't want to call him one for some reason. Maybe because you know we're playing cool with China for now. For now, at least.
We got to.
Values. Then I came back to serve as governor, and we got right to work, making a difference in our neighbors' lives. We cut taxes for the middle class. We passed paid family and medical leave. We invested in fighting crime and affordable housing. We cut the cost of prescription drugs and helped people escape the kind of medical debt that nearly sank my family. And we made sure that every kid in our state gets breakfast and lunch every day.
Were they not already feeding the kids at school?
I'm sorry,
Somebody
but
correct me if I'm
yeah,
wrong.
like,
but,
'cause
like
most
we was getting breakfast, we was getting lunch.
Most public schools came with that. How is that an achievement? I'm surprised.
Was they trying to take that out? Like somebody's gonna have to fill me in on
Bro,
that.
if you're telling me in Minnesota or like they didn't have school lunches, then y'all just caught up. That wasn't a real improvement.
Yeah, that was something that every other state had adapted. Like I don't know any other state, and I know people from other states that they went to school and they didn't have school breakfast and lunch. Like where they do that at? And shout out my man,
bro.
Big Wave Dave,
The sponsor of the show,
pulling in, bro. He's got the show on his back right now. He said LB Trump wanted to stop flights from China when COVID broke out. Xenophobic, then yeah. LB Trump wanted to stop flights from China. Oh, yeah. But I mean, that's where it came from. They was on China. They was on Trump's ass for calling it the Chinese disease.
Man, bro.
You remember that shit?
Yeah, they was on his ass.
They was on his ass
just to find out it was where'd it come from,
bro. They built it in the Chinese lab.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
If for some reason it was wrong to say that.
Shout out Chris White. He is talking out of his neck. Well,
man.
Well,
hey,
he makes
bro,
it sound
Chris
good.
White.
He makes it. I give it to this. I give Walz this. He makes it sound good.
Shoot, he do though. It makes it sound better than Kamala. It's coherent. You can tell it's well put together. It's not well, and it's not she's not stating obvious.
And it definitely ain't Biden.
Who? But
man, diametrically different from what we seen a month or two ago.
Come on now.
And shout out my boy Vlad Steen.
Oh God.
Vlad Steen chiming in with the $20 super chat.
Books from their
Pause the
schools.
video, give you
We
your
were banishing hunger
proper
from
recognition,
ours.
my boy.
We also protected reproduction.
All right. Yeah, but never forget, man, either they don't know or don't show or just don't care about being a menace to South Central while they drink their juice in the hood.
Hey.
That's what it's all about, Trey. That's what it's all about. Oh,
never forget, man. Either way, they don't know or they don't show or they just don't care about being a menace to South Central while drinking their juice in the hood, man.
Go to comment, man.
Oh,
hilarious.
Hey,
Appreciate that.
hey, you know what the funniest one was? Message.
Oh, man. That was the best movie, man.
All right. Spanish flu. That wasn't the same, man. Big Wave Dave, $2 super chat comment. Man, we appreciate you. Spanish flu. That wasn't the same. And Chris White comes in once again. Have you seen an affordable house lately, bro? Bro, I'm going to be real with you. Bro, we getting lucky out here with affordable rent, barely. Trust me, people ain't even getting affordable rent. So, man, we shout out to the super chats, man. Y'all is hilarious, and we ain't gonna lie, y'all been giving some information and sharing your thoughts.
Nah, facts. That's what it's all about, man. We don't care what side y'all on. We see a lot of Trump support in here, but Kamala support, feel free to speak up. Y'all got a super chat y'all want to share. Make sure to send in $1 or more. We'll read it aloud. If not, it's cool. Appreciate the support. Like the video.
Because that affordable housing, man.
Yeah, not in good shape, is it?
Bro, interest rates, mortgages, bro, it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible, G.
Oh, shout out. Hold on. One more time before we get back into the show. So we got Big Wave Dave chiming in again. Talking about get him, Chris. Get him, Chris.
F him up.
Because in Minnesota, we respect our neighbors and the personal choices they make. And even if we wouldn't make those same choices for ourselves, we've got a golden rule. Mind your own damn business. And that includes IVF and fertility.
Man,
We got you.
Man.
Sandra Esparza? I don't want to mess that up.
Do a
Sandra
poll on
Esparza.
who's voting for Trump or Kamala.
We got you. Seth is going to set that up for you right now. Appreciate you super chatting in. We got you.
No problem.
Look out for that in the chat.
And this is personal for Gwen and I. If you've never experienced the hell that is infertility, I guarantee you know somebody who has. And I can remember praying each night for a phone call. The pit in your stomach when the phone had rang, and the absolute agony when we heard the treatments hadn't worked. It took Gwen and I years, but we had access to fertility treatments. And when our daughter was born, we named her Hope.
Hold on. They be on Kamala's ass for repeating the same shit, but how many times have we heard Walz say that? Yeah. Come on, say we've seen enough of these Walz speeches now. How many times have we heard him get up here and say, "Oh, infertility treatments, and we named her Hope because we weren't supposed to have her."
Oh wow.
Now I know it's a sentimental story, and I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but it's hilarious how many times these guys get up here and repeat themselves.
Bro, whatever to do to sell the pro-abortion movement. G.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever to do it, bro. Because abortion is just such a wild thing to be hung up over in such a pivotal time, such dangerous time. It's so crazy that you honestly think that abortion matters in the overall safety of America.
Bro, it's such a divisive topic. They know they're gonna get engagement. They know they're gonna get people talking about it every time they bring it up. That's all it is.
But come on, all we're talking about is taking out kids for some reason for irresponsible decisions. I don't get it.
I don't see why that's such a big hot ticket issue, but shout out in the chat, man, because first of all, I want to make sure I get everybody right.
Chris Wright, man, he came in with mind your own business, then don't paint it on public streets. Oh, good point. Good point. Big Wave Day, man, sponsor the show basically, man. Libs won't spend. They are broke and want government to provide for them, to be lazy. I want less government. Leave me be, man.
Yep.
A laissez-faire government, man, and that means hands off.
Yep, and that's what a lot of people I think can get behind. I think more people need to adapt that ideology. Not that government doesn't serve its purpose, not that they're not there to institute certain things and they don't hold certain responsibility. But as far as like getting your money, how you run your household, the ideals that you have, how you raise your family, that should be all you, big dog.
Man.
All you. Especially if you a man. Like, I'm gonna speak on some masculinity shit. I ain't gonna
Like,
have
bro,
nobody
that's
tell
why-
me how to run mine.
Bro, that's why like as men we're so offended with this whole gender affirming care behind our back, because it's basically you're basically saying, oh well, I could tell your kid what to do in your house.
No, the hell you can't.
Like what? Bet I die about it,
man. Twice. Kill me, bring me back, and kill me again,
bruh. I'm standing on it.
On 10.
Well, shoot though. Let's see here. Let's wait this.
Gus and Gwen.
No.
Oh, damn.
You are my entire world, and I love you.
There it is. There's the crying.
Love you, Dad. I love
Yeah,
you, Daddy. Yeah.
I'm letting
Nah,
you
he's
in
extra. Nah, he's extra.
Extra.
Did you see that? He called me son.
because this is a big part about what this election is about.
Oh man.
Freedom.
Bro, that man stood up like that man ain't
That
called
was
him
cringe.
son in months.
That was cringe.
Like he called me son? Did he just call me his son?
Like, did you hear him right, son?
Oh man.
When Republicans use the word freedom, they mean that the
But
government
all
should
jokes
be
aside,
free to
though, that
invade your
was
doctor's
pretty crazy.
office. Corporations free to pollute your air and water, and banks free to take advantage of customers. But when we
Appreciate
Democrats talk about freedom, we mean the freedom to make a better life for yourself and the people that you love. Freedom to make your own health care decisions.
Oh,
And
apparently
yeah,
he's neurodivergent.
Your
so
kids' freedom
he's
to go to
nonverbal.
school without
guess
worrying
trying
about
to make
being
us feel
shot
bad
dead
for
in the
him,
hall.
so-
Really? He's mute?
Yeah. I guess.
Oh, that's
Look,
like dragging like that. Really?
I know guns.
There's a nonverbal learning
I'm a
disorder.
veteran. I'm a hunter. And I was a better shot than most Republicans in Congress, and I got
Well,
the
I
trophies.
stand by
to
it. 'Cause I
prove
said it when I didn't know, so.
No, I ain't gonna lie. He can't say he a better shot than JD Vance. Like a bro. Marines? Them was the last people we call on. The Navy SEALs and the Marines are the last people we call on, or we put in the most craziest missions because they don't miss.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, come on now. You ain't shooting better than
The
the
few, the
Marines.
proud, the Marines.
You ain't shooting better than them.
Come on. I think the only people better is like what the Green Berets or something like that.
But
Yeah,
I'm
Green
also
Berets
a
and the Navy
dad.
SEALs.
I believe in the Second Amendment, but I also
Maybe. I
believe
don't even-
our
yeah,
first
Green Beret, but that's a damn
responsibility is to
team,
keep our kids safe.
He don't know. He doesn't know guns, man. Big wave day, man. He does not know guns. Let's stop. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's no way you're about to tell me you're gonna shoot better than a Marine, bro. It's like I don't even know that much. Too much. I can shoot a gun, but you telling me to outshoot a Marine when you were just a National Guard?
And that's crazy for him to say that when the assessment on Walz is, oh, he's got stolen valor. Like maybe you shouldn't throw rocks in a glass house.
Man. That's all these Democrats seem to do sometimes.
First in,
That's
last
what
out.
this
The
is all
Marines
about.
clean up the damn
The
job.
responsibility we have to our kids, to each other, and to the future that we're building together, in which everyone is free to build the kind of life they want. But not everyone has that same sense of responsibility. Some folks just don't understand what it takes to be a good neighbor. Take Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Their Project 2025 will make things much, much harder for people who are just trying to
all
live
they
their
got.
lives. They spent a lot of time pretending they know nothing about this. But look,
I can't wait for him to bring that up in the debate, just for him to say, yeah, well, we just sold it, so what else? No. I said I'm good on it. I told you my policies. What else you got? I wonder if they're going to bring that to the debate. Because I could see Trump and J.D. Vance cooking them on the whole thing. Like, just cooking them on it.
coach high school football
So
long enough to
I
know,
hope
and
they
trust
put
me
that
on
point
this.
away for the debate.
When some
And shout out
Chris White.
Chris White, man, to be 100, we must have a multi-party system. We need to get rid of the hate and personal attacks in politics. Sometimes a different opinion opens your mind to new ideas. I want the parties fighting.
I'm weak.
Okay. Yeah, man. And, bro, you pretty much share the same idea I do. Like, I'm all for discussion, man. Like, we can disagree or agree to disagree on a lot of this stuff because it comes down to personal view and opinion. But this is what the conversation, the chat, the discourse is for. Let's agree where there's common ground. Like, a lot of this stuff, the attacks, the hate, it just really needs to subside. We don't get anywhere with it, right? I think the two-party system is the illusion of choice. I feel like it is actually missing a lot of choice and individuality.
Yeah, the independent party, the libertarian party should all be viable options, honestly. But the fact that it's only limited down to two parties, that even the libertarian and the independent gotta either bend the knee to them or just go out losing,
It's the illusion
crazy.
of choice. Like I said, it's like hamburger or hot dog, and you're tired of both.
Yeah, I know. But hold on. Big Wave Dave.
Big Wave Dave.
Man, but all these libs hate ARs, but most libs don't know what they shot. Look at the view. Oh, you shoot a deer with an AR-15, you can't eat it. They spread lies like the sheeple that believe. That the sheep will believe. They spread lies that the sheep will believe.
I'm sorry, but you're literally the R word if you watch The View and you get your opinion of weapons and guns off of The View.
But a
from
panel of women.
From overweight, overaged women.
Overaged. But nah,
middle-aged, I should say. My bad.
No, there's a lady on there like damn near in her 60s, G. You know, she's old. They got some old ones on there.
Who else is on there? They got some older black ladies and white ladies on there.
But nah, if you do shoot, come on, bro. You shoot an AR with a 15, you can't eat it. So pretty much they're saying that if you go out there with an AR-15, you're just out there to kill animals for no reason.
Bro.
Unalive animals. Like, what, bro? If I shoot an animal, I'm taking it back, skinning it, and man, I don't know. I damn know what makes me jerky.
He just makes a good point because these are the people who know the least amount about guns. People don't even really own one over here trying to tell you and dictate how the rest of Americans should be exercising their Second
Amendment. And if you don't own a gun, you most likely don't hunt, unless you out there like painted up with a knife in your hand. And if you don't own a gun, I doubt you're doing that either.
Well, what's hunting got to do with it? Hunting is still gun ownership. You think hunting and personal defense weapons are two different categories? No, a gun is a gun. Hold on, let's make sure we understand that, right? Like, a gun is a gun. Like home defense, hunting, whatever purpose you have it for. If they say you can't have this gun, that means you can't have it to defend yourself or go hunt your deer jerky.
Oh, hold on. Big Wave Dave came in with another one because I ain't gonna lie. He cooking with this one. And women that used to love Trump before he ran as a Republican, a.k.a. Oprah Winfrey, because, bro, she killed me with that. All these interviews, y'all done said good stuff about each other throughout the years. This man runs as Republican. All of a sudden, he's just the worst person alive. It's like, what type of fake ass, bro? What type of fake ass stuff is that?
In the 90s, like all the celebrities loved Trump. He was a socialite.
Bro, that's just a little too fake for me. But I personally could never. I'll sit there and be like, I may disagree with what bro doing now, but we still cool though. Like, oh, you want to call? Oh, he's a dictator and all that. I'm like, nah. I know, bro. He cool. It's like I would never let my friends change just because they change what political views. Like that's gonna kill our friendship. Nah. Unless it's something extreme or something like he believes in gender affirming care, then I don't know.
That's where you lost me.
Yeah, that's where you lost me at. But anything else, we could talk about that. We could be cool about it.
Somebody takes the time to draw up
But
a
appreciate
playbook,
you, Big
they're
Wave
gonna
Dave,
use it.
man. And
Appreciate all the super chats, man. Y'all showing crazy support on stream. If you haven't been able to send a super chat in, it's fine, man. We appreciate the support either way.
Just like the video.
Double tap that screen, man. There's 3 buttons in the upper right hand corner as well. Just smash that like button for us, man. Come on. Appreciate y'all.
They'll
200
start
likes.
jacking
Let's
up the
get
costs
there.
on the middle class. They'll repeal the Affordable Care Act. They'll gut Social Security and Medicare. And they will ban abortion across this country with or without Congress.
Man, come on. How are you even going to do
Here's
that?
the thing.
Unconstitutional,
It's an agenda.
and no one said they're going to do that. That's not in anybody's policy.
And Big Wave Dave came in with another $2 super chat, man. LB, we were talking about guns, dummy.
Damn.
Man.
LB, I ain't gonna lie, you gonna have to scrounge together $2 or something. And
sorry, I had to say it, LB. He super chatted it in. And he's a sponsor of the show, man. Shout out Big Wave Dave.
He been cooking.
Nobody asked for. It's an agenda.
I want you to defend
that
yourself,
serves
Elby. You got the
nobody
stage,
except
please.
the richest and the most extreme amongst us.
It's damn near cruelty at this point. He cooking, but we
And
gotta
it's an
read it. We
agenda
have to. We
that
obligated.
does nothing for our neighbors
We
in need.
promised it. No, they won't ban abortion. Stop, liar. Yeah, nah, come on now. They're not gonna ban abortion.
Like Trump has disavowed it. No, it's not even disavowed. It's just not a part of his policy at all.
Bro.
He said he's expounded on it and went in multiple times in detail. Like, no, I just want to return the decisions to the state.
Yeah.
That's actually the most fair, practical decision to make.
But it's these extremists about abortion who are the problem, who's thinking that,
everybody everywhere in America should have the right to murder their
child in their body, that so they can go out and make more
women's
responsible
rights.
decisions.
Women's rights.
In my body, my choice is like, yeah, okay, cool. But I don't want that in my state. If a state want to conserve its Christian values, then maybe you should move to a liberal state. But here's the problem. Even liberals don't want to live in a liberal state.
Facts.
And that's where it's all going to be at.
Crime,
You're going to have to
theft.
go to a liberal state to go and abort your babies if Donald Trump had it his way. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Unless, it's one of them three things, and it'd either be grape, incest, or detriment to the mother's life. If it's not that, then I ain't gonna lie. You're just doing it for irresponsible reasons because you want to go out and continuously open up your legs. And, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about women like that.
And they say Trump wants to enter wants to enter your guys' doctor rooms and wants to enter your guys' medical rights, infringe on your guys' medical rights. I think if anything, if you make a federal abortion, ban or a federal abortion law that everybody can get one, I think that's more intrusive than anything.
Man, so crazy. As men, man, we invented abortion. Like, it's our fault at the end of the day. We invented this shit for them.
You right.
But you know what we also did, bro? We also low-key improved medical care to where women don't got to die from birth no more.
That's true.
So this would be killing me. Women say, "Oh, mind your damn business." I'm like, we created this shit. It is our business.
And for those of y'all who say that Trump is trying to outlaw the abortion pill, because I've seen that argument as well. Like, no, he actually wants the FDA to regulate it and make it more safe.
Yeah, because I went in on the last stream, bro. Please, because I ain't gonna get hit with no medical misinformation. Look up what these pills have done to these young women. Look it up. There are some very dangerous things that these birth controls or contraceptive, and I'm talking about from the pill to the one they put in your arm and in your uterus. There are some very tragic effects, very tragic stories that came out of these. So we do need to make these safe. And man,
Yo, Big Wave Dave. Hey, wow. Yo, knee pads Harris, I'm dying. You all are savages.
The knee pad Harris is crazy, though. I remember...
Host for Kamala.
Yeah, knee pad Harris.
Oh, man. Well, to get you to the top, look where she's at now.
Man.
Hey, look, must
Is
be
it
some
weird?
good second.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's also
Hey, Harris was
wrong.
quite the looker in high school. I ain't gonna lie.
And it's dangerous. It's not just me saying so.
Shout out
It's
Chris
Trump's
White
Man.
chiming in for another $10 super chat. My man said, "You're not black unless you vote for Harris." Sorry, I just wanted to see if you would actually say it.
New sub here.
Oh, bro, you know I have to, bro. New sub here. Have a good evening. I will catch you again. Appreciate the support, Chris White, man.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
You're not black unless you vote for Harris.
Hey, that's what Biden said. You
Yeah.
ain't black unless you vote for me. And what'd y'all
Like,
do?
Vote for that man.
Oh, man.
Man, bro. Hey, but what that boy LB Johnson said, man, I'm gonna have y'all N-words voting Democrats for 100 years.
And look at what we doing.
In lockstep. Man,
people.
good Lord.
They were with him for 4 years.
That would have made me vote red out of spite. I ain't gonna lie. Like, not me. Like, not me.
Oh,
not my
much worse.
family. Like, what?
You know, when
say
I was
less.
teaching every year, we'd elect a student body
I'll do the
president.
exact opposite.
And you know what? Those teenagers could teach Donald Trump a hell of a lot about what a leader is. Leaders don't spend all day insulting people and blaming others. Leaders do the work. So I don't know about you. I'm ready to turn the page on these guys. So go ahead. Say it with me. We're not going back.
Oh, my goodness. Going back. Oh, my goodness.
We've got something better to offer the American people. It starts with our candidate. Kamala Harris.
That's actually crazy. 244 votes. We got Donald Trump ahead.
From her first day as a prosecutor, as a district attorney, as an attorney general, as a United States senator, and then our vice president, she's fought on the side of the American people. She's taken on the predators and fraudsters. She's taken down the transnational gangs, and she stood up to powerful corporate interests. She has never hesitated to reach across that aisle if it meant improving your lives. And she's always done it with energy.
Hey, Big Wave Dave came in with another $2 super chat, man. We appreciate you sponsoring the show, basically. Yes, show Talib.
Talib? What you mean by that, Big Wave Dave?
Yeah, count through me.
Let us know. You ain't got a super chat in. We'll try and find your comment. Just what you mean? What do you mean?
Passion. And
We was with you on everything else. We lost on that one.
Folks, we've got a chance to make Kamala Harris the next president of the United States.
Somebody in the chat you talking about?
But I think we owe it to the American people to tell them exactly what she'd do as president before we ask them for their votes. So this is the part, clip and save it and send it to your undecided relatives. So they know.
Let us know.
If you're a middle-class family or a family trying to get into the middle class, Kamala Harris is going to cut your taxes.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to get in the middle class. That's the funny thing. Oh, is that all people strive for? Middle of the barrel?
Yeah, well, middle class is anywhere from, I guess, like, 45K to, like,
80,
high
90?
end. Yeah, high middle class would be that 89. I would say even 100.
Okay.
Even 100 in some cases.
Depending on some states, right?
Yep. Oh, man. We got we got a new guy super chatting in, man.
Elma Cannon Prieto?
Elma Cannon Prieto. They're all communists. All of them. They're all communists. Communist, commie.
I tend to agree. I ain't gonna lie. I tend to agree.
Hey, man, we appreciate it because they ain't lying, especially Walz.
Man, brings me to my point. Ain't none of these politicians gonna take any of us from 0 to a million. If you ain't got no bucks, bro, if you vote Kamala in November, you ain't gonna wake up with bucks. Even Trump, you ain't gonna wake up with no bucks. It's just not how it works, man. If you really trying to change the situation, you're gonna have to do it yourself.
You're right.
These politicians ain't about to give us no bread for real.
I don't know, Big Wave. Scroll up.
Come on now. We got another one we missed.
I was just making sure I caught Big Wave. Oh, you are aware of all the senators and okay.
We got them on?
Yep, I believe so.
All right.
Squeezed by prescription drug
Chris,
prices.
man, appreciate you,
Chris, man.
$2 super chat, man.
Ain't got too much to say. Just wanted to show some support.
Kamala Harris is going to take on
Appreciate
Big Pharma.
Y'all make sure to go like these people that are super chatting, man. We appreciate the
Kamala
support.
Harris is going to help make it more affordable.
Oh, wow. Talib is a hardcore Muslim. Oh, yeah, man. That sounds like what UK dealing with, hardcore Muslims. And
yeah,
I have nothing against the Muslim community. I just have something against whatever Muslim community running into the UK.
Yeah,
because our Muslims is cool.
They ain't rioting and shit.
Yeah, but their Muslims out here snatching up little girls and doing the despicable to them.
That shit is crazy. Just there's things you hear and see on the internet. You can't believe everything, but what seems like is going over there is failed multiculturalism.
Like, bro, that man Tony Robinson.
Yeah, they say he's a complete racist, but
like, bro.
Am I wrong to say he's pointing out some things?
Bro, this is where I say racism does come down to a certain amount of like actions you've just seen. Like, let's be real. If you've been around nothing but, I guess, all right, bro. Let's say you're in a town full of KKK members. You know it. You ain't seen one, but you know it. And a group of white people end up behind you. These could be perfectly normal white people, but you'll still go to the other side of the street just because you know where you're at. You feel me? Is that racist?
Yeah.
For a white person to see a whole bunch of dudes in rags and do-rags and all that, and he goes to the side of the street, is he racist?
Nah, because if I see I would say, let's just say a rough and tattered looking white person, and it looks like they might have some experience in drugs.
Bro, hella tatted, bald, or have
had abused drugs at one point in time. I'm probably looking my door moving the other way too. I ain't trying to run into no addict. It's the same way we all got prejudice. It doesn't make us racist. It's when you act on it.
Yeah, it's like, come on now. I know when I see a good white person. I know when I see a good Arab.
Let's be honest. If I see one of these
Asian,
young dudes in a shiesty,
man,
I don't hate my people. They ain't self-hate. I'm just situationally aware. Come on now.
Who you are.
See one of these young
Kamala
dudes in a
Harris is gonna
shiesty and it's
stand up and
89
fight
degrees
for your
outside.
freedom
Oh God, I'm
to
walking
live
away
the
from some
life
niggas.
that you want to lead.
You got a coat and a shiesty on. Like, bro,
Because that's
you
what
look
we
shiesty.
want for ourselves, and it's what we want for our neighbors.
Oh, the Pooh Shiesty masses.
You know,
Oh,
you
Lord.
might not know it, but I haven't given a lot of big speeches like this. But I have given a lot
All
of pep
right,
talks.
man. We got Big Wave Dave coming in again. Tissue for MAGA. What about the man that wore a dress and lipstick that stole women's luggage? Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Who was that? Stole women's luggage.
Hmm?
I'm gonna have to look that one.
We gotta look that one up.
Oh,
Like I
so
said, man, we appreciate that chat. Y'all be putting us on the stuff sometimes.
hey, hold on.
Let's do our quick little research on
So
that.
let me finish with
Oh,
this
God.
game. It's the fourth quarter. We're down a
Biden's
field goal,
transportation security?
but we're on offense and we've got the ball. We're driving down the field. And boy, do we have the right team. Kamala Harris is tough. Kamala Harris is experienced, and Kamala Harris is ready. Our job. Our job. Our job.
All right, appreciate you, Big Wave Dave. He said, do it now. Do it. Do it now. What you got?
Let's see here. Soldier Western in second. Wow. A Sam Britton, a non-binary Biden official, stole jewelry worth $1,700 in second luggage thief. Police says an official, and hell no.
God damn it! I hate
Any
it.
non-binary and bro. I'm sorry.
Let me
but
see the picture.
This dude.
Are you serious?
Like,
I wish y'all could see this picture, bro.
oh hell no.
Everybody in the chat, go look up Sam Brinton. Brinton.
No, I damn near want to bring this bastard up on here. Okay, you know what? I wonder.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but it's like, you know what, bro? Chat.
What?
Like, there's no way. This guy right here. No, bro. I wonder if we can bring him up on screen. Oh, hell no.
Man, that just hurt my heart.
Oh, this guy.
That hurt my heart.
This is interesting. This is who Biden has in his office?
I can't even say anything.
There he is.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay.
I wish y'all did. I hate it when y'all write.
Man.
I wish y'all didn't tell me about this.
Oh, man.
Now I want to say some choice words, but I'll refrain and I'll just say, "Oh my God."
Man,
Where's the sound effects
Bro,
on this?
I ain't
You
gonna
got
lie.
some sound effects for this? Bring out the meme sound effect board, because I don't want to say too much, but display my emotions. Set.
Well, I ain't
Start it off with just some raw sounds, because I can't really say too much.
Man. Like, bro.
Oh shit.
And
Oh man.
And
Oh man, one more, cause just
and
I'm in disbelief. That's just wild.
thank you.
Appreciate Elma Cannon Prito for the second super chat, man. You've been showing support too, so we appreciate you, man. When common sense hit is when you ask them why they don't do what they are promising now if they are in power. Man, that's what I always say. Hold them accountable. All the stuff they saying they gonna do now, make sure when they when they get it elected come November, hold them to the fire. Because what Biden said he was gonna do the student loan cancellation. I know a lot of people who still got debt on their books. A lot, myself included. So hold them to the fire on some of this stuff. Hold them accountable, because that's what we all do too well, is let them campaign throughout the year saying one thing, and once they get in, they don't do none of the shit they said.
Just sold us a dream.
All right,
Man,
back to the show.
Like, man, yo, side bitch.
One more time, bro, because what the fuck?
Bro, remember, that's who Biden got. Hold on, non-binary Biden official. Non-binary Biden official. They don't believe in genders, apparently. This is DEI. On God, Big Dave Wave. This is DEI. What the fuck? Bro, why are we letting men do this again? Like, you know what?
Cosplay as women is so disrespectful to actual women.
Woman face.
I wish more women were outraged about this type of shit.
It's really woman facing, but shoot.
It's so disrespectful, bro.
Oh, man, we got Chris Wright coming in, man. Admiral Rachel L. Levi served as the 17th Assistant Secretary for Health for the U.S. I charge of medical health? Google him. Wait, I charge? Admiral Rachel. You know what?
We're going to look up Rachel Levine, too.
No, I got to.
You got him?
Admiral Rachel Levine, man. Let me see.
This is DEI. Did you get Big Wave Dave? Shout out Big Wave Dave,
yeah,
man. Y'all been going crazy. Crazy.
Now, what was the name again?
Rachel L. Levine.
Who is Rachel L. Levine? Oh, Lord. He hit us with another one, man. Who is this lady?
Oh, my God. Should we do it again?
I don't know. What's up with her? Rachel L. Levine is an American pediatrician who has served as the U.S. Secretary for Health since March 2021. Whoa, this is our Secretary for Health? Mm-hmm. Hold on. This fat lady runs our health.
You know, I did see that, actually.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. So it's this big girl here. This unhealthy, man-looking woman. Because she's a woman, right? Okay, yeah. She's a woman.
Yeah, that's definitely a woman.
Runs our health.
Look at this flag behind her, though. Look at this flag.
Wait, hold on. And she's gay?
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Yes. Spouse. Yes. Right next to her says spouse. Martha Pearson Levin. Yeah. And they don't even know when they got married.
You know, if I looked at this picture.
What the fuck?
I'm not able to tell.
Top transgender officials. Like, wait, what?
Whoa. It's hold on a second. No.
Anti-trans attack. Y'all got it. It's like, what the? We are being controlled by trans? They got it. It's a man.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro.
Man, they rather let the LGBTQ run things instead of, I don't know.
Sometimes I wish I didn't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I wish I didn't know.
I don't know, like level-headed people. Instead of level-headed people, man, let's let the gays run it.
Shout out Chris White, man.
The mental health and not the mental health.
Bro. We appreciate you that super chat, Chris White.
Health. This lady don't let she has
mental health. And you're telling me the people who historically have been charged with having mental health issues, the Transformers are in charge of top departments in our government? Yes. Like they fully infiltrated. It's crazy, bro. Oh man, wow. Bro, my head hurts. Man, bro, my head hurts.
Is she one of them boys? With them girls?
Give a wiki search on her.
Let's go to ethnicity. Christian. No. Okay.
No, not this time. Surprising.
Our job for everyone watching is to get in the trenches and do the blocking and tackling.
All right. Appreciate you, Big Wave Dave. Okay, night. Oh, my 3-year-old just woke up.
Oh, no.
My 3-year-old just woke up. What is it?
She's one of them boys, G.
Oh, no.
She's one of them boys.
Oh, my gosh. Y'all didn't say that. Y'all left that out. A transgender brimless?
Bro, really?
Oh, my gosh. What do we got going on in this country, bro?
It's always them.
It's always fucking them, bro.
Always them.
Oh, man. Appreciate you, Big Wave Dave, man. Go ahead, take care of that 3-year-old, dog.
Read this. Let's see. Levi is Jewish and grew up attending Hebrew school.
He said,
Yes. The lady we read off, which was Rachel. Yes, Rachel Levine. Yes, Levine is Jewish and grew up attending Hebrew school.
Said, what did they do? Everything.
Man, you don't even want to know, G.
Whoa. Let me chill on that. I'm going to just say where there's a dollar, there's a business.
Oh, wow.
1 yard at a time. One phone call at a time. One door knock at a time.
As far as the second super chat of the show, appreciate the support.
Yeah, over 25 free abortions just on day one of the DNC. Just a
Oh,
few free from where she sat. Is Kamala proud of this record? Yes, she is.
Bro, they had a Planned Parenthood set up right outside the DNC.
Yeah, I know, for abortions and vasectomies for men.
Bro, it was fucking crazy. I'm just like, what?
Bro, if you're ever getting a vasectomy as a man, bro.
It's almost if to say that shit just goes hand in hand. Like abortion and
bro,
I don't know.
Vasectomy as a straight man is like the first step to being a gay man. Like,
it's just so crazy how they hang their hats on women's health rights, which is really just a guise for legal medical murder.
$5 donation at a
But
time.
women's rights, right? Their body's their choice, right? It's so crazy because, like we said, if the decision was 50-50 and a guy could be like, nah, I don't want that baby, and you go take that out, and they had to drag her ass to the Planned Parenthood clinic, bro, the next day, every female in your city would be at the courthouse talking about, bro.
No more. No, if guys can get a say in it, we don't want to know more.
But it's only when they have full autonomy, they're okay with it.
We got 76 days. That's nothing. There'll be time to sleep when you're dead. We're going to leave it on the field.
That's a scary thought.
That's how we'll keep moving forward. That's how we'll turn the page on Donald Trump. That's how we'll build a country where workers come first. Healthcare and housing are human rights. And the government stays the hell out of your bedroom.
What about the government staying the hell out of my medical room?
Oh, God. Shoot, actually stay the hell out of my kids' personal choices. Like, stay out of my kids' mental state. Like, please. Stop trying to get kids to think that they're, another gender. Appreciate you. Yeah, stop trying to get my kids to think that they're the opposite gender. Please,
how we
please.
make America a place where no child is left hungry, where no community is left behind, where nobody gets told they don't belong. That's how we're gonna fight. And as the next president of the United States always says, when we fight, when we fight, when we fight, thank you. God bless.
Hey, they ready for the dub, I guess, man. They ready pre-moving to it. Copyright.
No, he said.
Yeah, copyright. Hold on, that's what it was. Hold on, gotta go back. We kind of gotta let them drag him.
You can still hear the crowd is still cheering for him and his family.
Now
There's so many different parts to hit.
Mute. Yeah, just cut the sound off, because I do want to see if it was factual. I kind of do want to see. Am I wrong for wanting to see a kid get dragged across the stage? Am I wrong for that?
Nah, if he did it how they said he did, I kind of want to see myself. Like, damn, he snatched him?
Snap my boy up like, damn. Like, cute person. Look, all right, let's see here. Hey, everybody. Yeah, it's all good now. Yeah, man. Bring your ass on there. Like, come on, you see, it wasn't even that bad.
Nah, it really wasn't.
Like, bring your ass on there. Hold on.
And if he's special needs, it makes sense.
Bring your ass on, man. Like, okay, here I am.
If he's special needs, it makes total sense.
That's what I'm saying. So it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Like, I've seen worse. Like, come on now. We got to give him a break on that one. Yeah, I think they was overreaching with that.
Just wanted to have something to knock him on.
Yeah.
He really didn't do anything too crazy, in my opinion.
It's considering that his son is, not verbal and all that good stuff. Considering. But hey, all right.
I'll give it to him. Like I said, man, I honestly I don't mind watching the Walz rally. He can hold a crowd. He's got energy. He's got flair. Like, he can hold the attention of a crowd, galvanize a crowd, spread a message, and it's not boring. He's not Kamala just coming out there. He's not Sleepy Joe stumbling over his words. Like, he's what the Democratic Party needed. Like I said, it was a strategic move, and it's paying off.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Tim Walz, good addition to Kamala's party.
They needed him.
Oh God, and I kind of knew that they were gonna use him for the debate because, Kamala can't
debate. You did call that. You predicted it. And
that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But, man, let us know what y'all think, though, man. We're going to go ahead and give y'all a good 60 seconds of going to send in any closing thoughts, super chat, or you just want us to engage in a certain conversation, man, we got you. Send in
Y'all
$1
wanna
plus.
in the stream with a poll. Make sure to super chat in. Anything over $1, we'll get you guys right.
Because the poll that was bought for the quote, well,
I'm gonna go ahead and tally that up.
Yeah, I got you on there. So we got 400 and continuing votes, 489 votes, and we got 64% Donald Trump, 21% Kamala Harris. I asked, who are you voting for? And some people took that as if you are voting, and 5% said yes, 10% said no. So yes, we got Donald Trump ahead, and there's a rising number of votes. It's almost at 500 votes.
Shout out Sandra Esparza for that super chat, for that poll,
man, bro. Shit. And shout out the sponsor. Shout out our sponsor for the show.
Sponsor of the show,
Big Wave Dave,
82, man.
Shout out Chris White, man. We appreciate you for going.
Elma.
Yep, appreciate Elma. Everybody, man. We appreciate you. So we gotta go ahead and give out our shout outs there.
What else we got? We forget anybody? I don't want to forget anyone. Vladstein, we see you, my bro.
Oh yeah, Vladstein, bro. Vladstein was going
Chris
in
White,
last stream.
Yep. Chris White, we see you. We appreciate everybody. Blue shirt handyman, we got you in here, man. We don't want to forget nobody. We appreciate everybody that was able to super chat in.
Man. All right, I guess we're going to go ahead and close this one out.
Yes, sir.
Man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. This is Set with S.E.T Media, and we are out. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Man, y'all have a good